Kaite I am back! I am so sleepy. I was this close to rescheduling for tomorrow. The jet lag is hitting me so hard right now. I'm doing my best. Phantomos, I missed you! How are you? How have you been? 最近どう元気かいみんな? Oh yeah! I wanted to show you this, but I didn't wanna spoil. The thing I always get a little bit anxious about announcements because I always think like, how big does a thing have to be announced? Like I want to announce every single little thing. If it's the tiniest little thing and the biggest kind of thing, I always want to announce it to the world. So I don't. But then I'm like, what if people always end up saying like, "That's it? That was the announcement?" So that's why I always get a little bit nervous when it comes down to announcements. But do you notice the notifications? Do you notice the alerts? I got cooler alerts now because I forgot to make alerts for every single newer outfit. So I got new alerts. It's so cute, isn't it? My bishop is so fast. Nah. Look at that alert. I know, it's so cute. Look at it. I'm like hugging you. Look at that. Oh, you're so cute. You have them? Yeah, they're new. I wanted to make new ones with the two latest outfits. I'm still not gonna show you the pajama one, even though it's ready. I just wanna live this. I just wanna enjoy the new one for a little bit. So I'm just gonna be living this ones for a while. Wow, thank you guys for waiting for me. Wow, I'm so sleepy. Sorry guys, I'm gonna say that like so many times. Do you miss me? Does the same alert shows for Supas in gift? I don't know. I changed everything. I paid like $1,000 for this, but I don't care. It's fine. It's fine. I see. It's fine. I think it's just because I commissioned a bunch of them in like one go instead of just commissioning each one every time that I showed an outfit. So I think that's why it hit harder, but it's fine, whatever. More. Sephina! Thank you so much for that super. Thank you! Thank you! Oh my god. There's so many. What? What happened to the alert for the mem? Oh. Is it? Wait. Did it finally? Did you set it? I think I did, but I might have put it. You know how I was saying like I'm gonna change the settings for the twerking one because I don't want the twerking to be. There we go. There it is. That's the new one. Remember when I told you like I don't want to be twerking every time like every like one gifted because then you guys end up spamming. Like some of you gift like 20 gifted, but if we didn't have that notif, you would gift like the 20 in one go. But because we had the twerking, you guys would give 20 in total, but like it like one. So you have the twerking all over the screen. I know you. I noticed that. I was like, you motherfuckers are so annoying. So I was like, I'm gonna change the settings before I go because I forget. So I changed it. I changed it to 5 because I thought if it was higher, it was like too much. Grifter energy. So I was like, what's the second minimum? So I put 5. Twerk move gone for now. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Such a shame. You don't like the new alert? It's cute. It's you guys. How about 50? Isn't 50 too much? Fan 5 for twerking. We're not gonna have the twerking! At least not anytime soon. It's very cute. See, it's like my god, though, I didn't know that it was still gonna show like the one gifted. So having that one gift thing stresses me out. But whatever. Cute. Anyways, what are you doing? I miss Mimi. 50 gifted is 3D Momo twerk. Yo! Stop giving the people hope and new ideas that I might as well like. Tadaima! Thank you so much for all those gifted and subas. How about twerking Phantom though? Damn! I want to write that one down for the future. I would have asked for a twerking Phantom. You're so right though. But my bishop did draw something. You know how the Phantom will randomly takes like a flower out to like give you because you know you're the ones gifting? And she was like, you might be wondering where the Phantom is keeping the flower as he walks before he takes it out and shows it on the screen. And I was like, yeah, and then she showed me this. She was like, this is how he actually does it. And I was like, why would you do such a cursed thing? Like, I didn't even ask you to drill that thing. Why would you do that? And she was like, it needed to be done. I was like, is that what you spend your free time on? What is wrong with you? Maybe for the next alert, we can have that one instead. Wow. I missed you guys. I don't sound sleep deprived, but I am. I haven't slept. I went to bed at like... It was probably like 6 in the morning yesterday. And I woke up at like 5 p.m. And I haven't slept since. It is 11 in the morning. I have been awake since 5 p.m. I've been trying. I wanted to go to sleep at like 1 or 2 a.m. but I did try and I couldn't fall asleep, so I just ended up like taking a shower and I turned off all the lights and I ate, all in a desperate attempt to induce sleepiness, but I failed. So I don't know. Hopefully I don't flat out like die after this stream, because that means I'm gonna be waking up at like 10 p.m. which is even worse. Hope your sleep gets fixed. You remember when I told you that I never what is it? I feel like my rigging has gotten better. Do you guys notice that? Anyway, sorry. My train of thought got randomly cut out. I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? Oh no, what was I gonna say? What was I talking about before? Ugh. What will you say? I have no clue. For gore. Nijifes 2025 Otsukare-sama. About how you love us. It's true, I love you. I missed you guys. I really did. My god. It was only like 1 week. I don't know why. In my mind, can somebody explain this to me? In my mind, I was like 1 week away from Nijifes, but then when I look at it, like my latest stream, it says 14 days ago, which is 2 weeks. Was I away for 2 weeks? Or am I just being the Lulu? What's up with that? I really thought it had only been 1 week. Where did the other week go to? Hello? I am pretty sure I flew the day after Apex. And in my mind, it's like 1 week. It's because you got sick. Eh? We ate the other week. Man, so weird. Remember that Peaky Blinders meme? Yeah, I missed you just... Which one? Though. Which one? There's so many memes. If you ask me for that one meme, I'm gonna... the one that comes to my mind is the one with Tommy. with the gun against his own head. It's like, wah! That's the one Peaky Blinders meme. 2 weeks is so long. It is! But I only spent 1 week though participating in Nijifes. Do I have a collection of Peaky Blinders meme? I do. Actually, I use them quite a lot on WhatsApp. Now that you ask me. Which was the 15th of February. Yeah, I think that flew on the 16th. What the fuck did I do? I did not spend 2 weeks in Japan though. That's wild. I have no clue what the other week went to. I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I have no clue where the other week went to. How do you not know? I have no clue. That's crazy. Japan was great. It's always great. It was the first time that Niji has... Well, I think the thing is, I think Niji has always been extra super careful. With JP especially. I think that was like the norm. But I finally felt like the whole experience. You know what I mean? Because I had my 3D, but that was my own thing. We had the concert with Ethyria, but that was like Ethyria thing. But Nijifes, I never participated in an event of such magnitude before, which is literally like the entire company, and is like a one event that happens like once a year because it's like an anniversary, so it's gigantic. So because it is so gigantic, they gotta take so many precautions. I hadn't experienced that before. Everything, which I understand, and I completely back it up if it makes any sense, but it was kind of funny because well, I was at the, you know, at the, how do you call it, at the venue, I guess. I was at the venue where everybody else was, where Nijifes was happening. Of course, I was actually there, but because I was there, Niji took like extra precautions of like, okay, Momo, tie up your hair, wear this cap, and wear this like face mask. We're gonna cover everything with curtains. You get in the car in a count of 3, 2, 1, and I was like, what the fuck? Not gonna lie, that gave me a little bit of anxiety. I was like, what in the and then, I know, I was like, is this how it usually is? And then, well, obviously, when I was getting taken to the different events, I know it was such an undercover thing. I know this is the plan, Momo. We're gonna give you a code. And when I finally got to the venue, I would have to be like silent as hell, you know, because I was in the same venue, so there was only one wall that was separating me with like Niji fans, which was nerve-wracking, if I'm gonna be honest. It was like exhilarating, if it makes any sense, because I was like, oh wow, it's happening. But at the same time, I was so scared. I was so scared, so every time I had to go to like the venues where I was supposed to be for each day, I had to be like dead silent until I got to the place where I had to work. Dead silent. I could hear everybody. My god. I think that was the thing that hit me the hardest. And I remember calling Reimu when I was in like the car, the Niji car. And Reimu saw me with like the cap and like all my hair tucked in and like my face mask. And Reimu was like, who do they think you are? She was like, who are you? Are you some kind of like K-pop star? What the fuck? Why are you disguising the like this? And I was like, I don't know, ask my manager. It's kind of funny. Oh yeah. No, I fully understand why Niji does everything the way that they do it, and I fully back it up. Like, I do understand, and I think it's the ways that it's supposed to be done. But it was the first time that I did such a thing, so that's why I was like, what the fuck? I think the only time I got used to it was literally on the last day. Because it was such a thing that you only see in movies, if it makes any sense. So I'm like, oh, I cannot believe I'm wearing the celebrity cap. I'm wearing the celebrity cap, like black cap and black face mask. Damn. It was wild. You get to keep it. Yeah. I mean, not Niji buying face masks and being like cheap, like, okay, give them back. They're not like that. I know. It was fun. Man. I met so many senpais and I'm so proud of Ian. And I'm so happy that I got to meet so many phantoms. So many things that when I think about them, I kind of get overwhelmed. I did keep a couple of notes, but... so many things. Random thing that pops into my mind. I miss the eggs. I know, it has nothing to do with Niji. But the thing is, Niji gave me bentos every single day. The three times a day, every day. Like the whole stay. They prepare bentos, so I wouldn't have to like buy food myself. But also, it was to avoid... My guess is it's to avoid... So many people were getting sick. Like in EN, like within EN, but also in Japan right now, I think there's a lot of what was it called again? The super strong flu? Influenza? Is it influenza? So I guess it was like to minimize the exposure in a sense, which kind of makes sense when you think about it. So they were being like extra precautious with like everything because it's such a huge event. But every morning, not every morning, but a lot of mornings they gave us like different kinds of onigiri, and you could pick. They had like different menus for you to like go and pick. I would always pick the onigiris with the egg instead of the karage, because who the hell eats karage at like 8 in the morning? So I picked the egg, but the egg is like one of those like brownish eggs that they use for their ramen. It's so yummy. No, I don't. You know what I noticed after this trip? I don't like karage that much. I know, I'm based. I don't know why. I think I don't like karage that much, guys. I think it's because Japan uses the skin of the egg, the skin of the chicken, and I don't like the chicken skin. So lots of times when I ate karage, I would feel like the inside like gummy. I think it's the chicken skin. I didn't like it. Super unbased. I know. I wish that was based. I know. You can criticize me for this 100%. But the skin is a good part. I don't like chicken skin. You hate chicken skin? I do. So I don't... Yeah. Karage is fried chicken? It is. But how do I say skin? Translator. There must be a word for chicken skin specifically. I'm sure. That's how Japanese works. What? Chicken skin. It's just niwatori kawa? Tori kawa ka. 私ね、鳥皮苦手です。で、日本ってさ、なんかいろんな国がいろんななんか唐揚げの種類があるのでね。なんかアメリカってさ、なんかね、鶏って言うんだ？鳥を買ったら普通になんかなんだっけ？鳥皮がないんですよ、普通に。でも日本にはさ、鳥買ったら普通にいつもかな、皮まだあるんですよね。アメリカはそうじゃないんですけど、皮欲しいならちゃんとなんかなんだっけ、なんか頼める人になんか皮でお願いしますって言わないといけないけど、普通にないんで、だから日本の唐揚げは普通になんか鶏皮まだつけてるんですよね。There's not on it? Yeah, usually, well, that's what I've noticed every time that I go to the super. Both in Colombia and America, usually when you buy like chicken breast or chicken what is it? How do you call feet? Well, not the feet, but the leg. How do you call that? Usually there's no skin. I feel like it's more common to find both thighs. Yeah, it's more common to find both like with skin and without skin. But in Japan, it's really weird to find chicken without skin. Every like piece of chicken has skin. You gotta like actually take it off when you go to like the house. That's, you know, it's one of the dumbest like details that me personally I notice because I love food and I love going to supermarkets like all over the world. It's those stupid things that nobody cares about but that I do notice. I'm like, did you notice that Japan has chicken skin and America doesn't? So in America you kind of have like the option, there's like lots of options with like without skin. But Japan, you only see skin, which is okay, I guess. I don't know. Isn't skin the best part? It's supposed to be the best part because it's crunchy, right? But I don't like it. I'm sorry. I guess I'm becoming more healthy. I was like, yeah, I don't think karage is my thing. So I just had other stuff, like other healthier stuff, I guess. Yeah, you also have boneless. In Japan, there's not a lot of boneless skin. You can ask the dude to like help you to like take the bones out. But it's usually everything is with bone and everything is with skin. I'm the kind of girly that buys boneless and skinless. Boneless and skinless for me, please. The unhealthiest and tastiest, I guess. But yeah, I don't like eating karage at 8 in the morning. So I just ended up picking the egg and I missed that egg. We don't have that kind of egg here. 店舗にもするからね。あ、するのかい。まあ、きっとカリカリだなって。Reimu, the chicken broth. Think about the chicken broth. I have chicken broth cubes. Ain't nobody has enough time to do like natural handmade chicken broth. Like you putting the entire chicken with like the bone and everything, so like it gives like a nice taste. Nobody does that. At least nobody that lives in an apartment with like jobs that are, you know, have nothing to do with cooking. I think everybody either buys the chicken broth in like already pre-made, either like cubes or powder, or the ones that come with in a carton. I hate the carton ones. I prefer powdered. I used to, got tired of doing it. Exactly. Have you noticed any difference in KFC overseas? Yeah, KFC is different in all the countries practically. So far, KFC Japan is the one with the best desserts I've seen so far. This time I didn't have KFC though. I only had Staff-san's bentos. Not gonna lie, I did. I'm sorry, staff. No, I asked permissions, but I did get takeout one time though because I was so tired of eating bento. Like I love healthy food. It was yummy. Japan's bento is like good. Like the quality is so high up there. But listen to me. Don't you get tired of eating too healthy all the time? Don't you sometimes crave pizza? Maybe like once in a while. Maybe sometimes you crave a piece of cake. Maybe sometimes you crave calories. Yeah, sometimes you crave trash. That's how I felt in Japan. I was eating so good and so healthy and everything was so yummy, and I was like, I want to eat pizza. I apologize for being American. It's the American debuff. すいません、アメリカ人で。ピザがないと生きられないみたいで。That's the stereotype. Pizzas are pretty expensive in Japan. They are. They are. Was it pizza? No, it was I'm not gonna tell you the name of it because I'm gatekeeping it. I like this Italian restaurant that I went with Petra last time, so I ordered that one. I ordered that one, and because I wasn't enjoying the karaage too much because of the skin, but I still wanted something fried, so I ended up getting fried octopus. Oh my god, it was so yummy. If there's one thing that Japan does good is food. I had fried octopus with like a really yummy white sauce. I don't even know what kind of sauce it was, but it was so good. Why am I talking about food? The title says Nijifes 2025. Every time that I go to Japan, I always come back and I only talk about food because Japan's food is so good. Damn it. What was in the bentos? There were so many different kinds of bentos that we had. Onigiris, we have sandwiches. What do we have? There's so many. It's turning into Nijifes. I had... Oh my god, I did not eat tonkatsu. Why did I not eat tonkatsu? We had like sake, salmon with rice, and lots of veggies. Like 70% of the bentos were vegetables. They had like ebi. What's the spicy ebi? Yeah, tonkatsu 食べれなかった。なんか体にいい食べ物だけ食べました。まあピザ以外とね。ニジフェスがそんな大事だったんだから、ちゃんとなんか体を大事にしないといけないって言われて、なんかめっちゃヘルシーな弁当だけもらいました。で、ニジフェス終わった後、私ピザ食べました。後でね。No, it's not. Yeah, it was like spicy, like ebi with chili sauce. I did not have that one because that one was apparently expensive. I did have miso soup, yes. They also had like bentos and food in the menus with like lots of different sweets at different flavors. Ebi chili datta. So. I did not eat it because I was too scared of it being too spicy. They also had like lots of different sweets at different flavors from Japan and kind of like leave on the table as like some sort of like present for everybody. I will say that out of every sweet on the table, the best sweets ever will go to banderas. It feels so weird to call him banderas. Bandera senpai. It feels so weird to be using Spanish and then Japanese. Why? Let's just call him Belmond. Banderas. Yeah, let's just call him Belmond. Belmond senpai. He brought like 3 different kinds of sweets throughout the 3 different kinds of days, and every time that I try the sweets after lunchtime, the one that ended up being my favorite will always be the ones that he put on the table. So I was like, this man has good taste. What he brought? My favorite one, he brought this kind of like weird chocolate cookie, but it was like not a normal one. It looked more like a rice cookie, but it was chocolate, and it had lots of peanuts. It was really good. I miss my aunt. Oh shit, but I'm dead though. What do you mean? I'm not a zombie. I'm dead. It was really yummy. I met so many senpai. Oh my god, I was so nervous. I'm giving you this out of order because it's what I remember when I was at the venue. I think in the last day that I participated at, which was a meet and greet. I got there super early, just to have everything sort of like set up on time. So I was waiting. I was waiting on like the waiting room. And I was there alone initially. And then like out of the blue, like at least like 8 livers came in. And none of them were Yen. None of them were Yen. And I was so nervous. I get so nervous every time that I meet new people. But the thing is, out of those 2 people, I recognized two. So there were two JP livers in there that I knew before. What is it? It was a Chigusa Senpai. What's the other liver? Eh? Where are my notes? Nami taking my notes. Maybe because you still live in our heart. No, I'm dead. I'm dead. It's time to move on. It's time to move on, everybody. Who was it? Was it Kana Senpai? He wasn't. Oh, it was Kana Senpai. What the hell? It was Sukoya. Sukoya Senpai. Kana Senpai. But it's not like I talk to them every day. I mean, I do talk to them, but it's not like I talk to them every day. And because there's only 2 people out of 8, and everybody was like, it felt like I was talking to a friend, and I was telling them that it felt like when you get transferred into another school in the middle of a term, because everybody already has their group of friends, and you're there like, you know what I mean? I couldn't really approach those 2 either, because they were already talking with like the other people, and I was just sitting there on the same table, like awkwardly looking on the sides. I was like, I want to kill myself. I was like, I'm so nervous, and I couldn't say anything. I hope that I didn't seem like I was like rude or anything. I was just nervous. I get really anxious when it comes down to like meeting new people, so I hope they didn't get a wrong image of me. But bless the one person that decided to approach me, Gensuke Senpai. Oh my god. He was like, hello! And I was like, oh my god, finally somebody approaches me. I was like, oh, thank you. I was so awkward. I needed somebody to approach me first so I could like introduce myself, because I cannot do it for the first time. Because like, you're my senpai, but I don't know if in Japan it's rude for the kohai to introduce themselves first, or do the kohais have to wait for the senpais to approach, or is it rude? Is it, which one is the polite way? I don't know. So he was like, hello, and then we finally started talking, and then other people started joining, and I was like, finally. I would question that too. Yeah, I don't know. So I was just there fiddling with my little hands on the same table without being able to say anything, until Gensuke Senpai was like, hello, who are you? And I was like, oh, I'm Reimu. Oh, you're Reimu. So then we just started talking about like how it was Nijifes, if it was like my first experience. And then he kept on trying to, you know, keep the conversation going. I'm so awkward. Like I really wish I was better at talking with people for the first time. So he did his best. He was just randomly saying, I like your earrings, where do you buy them? And I was like, Colombia. And he was like, oh! At least you made small talk. Well, the thing is, he was doing all the work. I was just like replying, unable to like bring other kinds of like conversation, like other topics into the conversation. There was also, what is it? I met one of my JP kohais for the... Well, I met Gensuke Senpai for the first time in there. I also met one of my kohais. It feels weird to have a kohai in JP, but hey. Do you know the newest wave? Saotome Beni-san? Saotome Beni-san was there. Noraneko Senpai was there. She gave me a chocolate. I met her. She was adorable. She was really cute. She was pretty shy, but she was really cute. She talked to me too. Thank you. Sorry you have this like lame senpai. I do try my best, but hey. She's cute. She's really cute. Sasuga. What did I meet? Well, Noraneko Senpai I also met for the first time. She was probably the one that talked to me the most after Gensuke Senpai. She was really kind. She gave me chocolates, and then I was telling her how Millie really wanted to meet her because that's her oshi. Well, one of her oshis. Freaking Millie cheater ass bitch. But they always kept on missing each other due to like event scheduling and stuff like that. So Noraneko Senpai gave me a pack of like It was so random. I love her. She's so sweet. She was like, really? I'm so sorry. I didn't prepare anything in advance. Here, have this like instant powdered miso. Give it to Millie. And I was like, hmm? She was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't prepare like an actual gift. And I was like, no, I think whatever you give to Millie, she's gonna get really happy. But the first time that she handed me that, I was like, hmm? Because I was thinking like, do you want me to drink miso right now? Like I already had this one. I already of course I already had this kind of miso. I practically drink one different kind of miso in Japan, both instant or not. I'm like a miso soup catered person. So is it one bag or a box of it? It was like a little box. So I was like, oh, I've already had this kind. She's like, yeah, it's from Millie. You can give it to her. Tell her that... Mimi? No, I'm streaming right now. She was like, tell her that Noraneko Senpai send it. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I couldn't give it to Millie because it was like the last day of Nijifes and we had like different schedules. I had my flight like really early in the morning, so I couldn't stay late. I couldn't give it to her. I did tell her though. She never received it? No. I did tell her like, Noraneko Senpai sent me something. So like, give to you. It's this. So you still have it? I do. I mean, I asked Mari-san if it was better to like hand it to her, but she was like, no, because Millie's gonna leave like right after. I'm not gonna have enough time to give it to her. And I was like, God damn it. So I couldn't give it to her, but I did tell her and she was really happy. But she was also really mad because apparently everybody in the end would meet Noraneko Senpai. And she was apparently the only one that couldn't. Are you gonna use it or just keep it until you see her again? I don't know when I'm gonna see her. I don't know what to do. I guess I'm gonna keep it. I don't have any intentions of eating it just yet. Who knows? I might end up going to Japan again soon. I'm gonna pack that instant miso in my bag just so I can hand it to her the next time. You never know. Does it expire fast? No, because it's instant powdered, so it lasts quite a long time. When does it expire? I haven't checked, but I just found it kind of sad. Kind of like even for the gifting, the timing was really bad. Everybody was so busy. Everybody had like different schedules, because everybody was kind of like all over the place with different, you know, on different events. The concert people, the Overture people were so busy. I think I only saw Enna like maybe like once or twice. And those two times that I saw her, it was like at night. Sometimes all of the girls in the hotel would kind of like get together and like eat the bentos and just like talk and have like girls talk and like watch movies and vent and girls talk. And I think I only saw her like twice. And like the whole week she was training really hard. Mariring I did see a lot. I love Mariring. I feel like the last two business trips to Japan that I've had have been like good chances for me to like bond with Mariring. I love her so much. Talking about your feelings, yeah, talking about everything really. It was like a nice time. And I said her legs got ripped. Oh no, she didn't show me her legs. We did sleep together in one bed though. Other than that, 厳しい。まあ、いろいろね、なんか girls talk とかしたり、イベントがどんな感じだったとかお話もしたりってさ、いい感じだった。Is that Reimu Endou of Nijisanji? It is me! I did bond a lot with Mariring because there was one day that everybody else went to their rooms and me and Mariring stayed quite late and we just kept on talking and talking and talking and talking. It was really nice. There was one time that I didn't go there because I was passing out really early. I felt like a grandma, so I had to wake up really early for Nijifes. Both of the events that I was participating on, it was like during the morning part of of Nijifes, so I would have to wake up really early. So I was low-key passing out at like 7 or 8 p.m. It was wild! I would wake up at like 7 or 8 p.m. and I would wake up. I would go to sleep at like 7 or 8 p.m. and I would wake up at like 6 or 5 in the morning the next day. It was like that every day that I was in Japan working, which is kind of wild. I do that all the time. I'm a VTuber. I don't do that. Were you hit by the delay? No. I was not hit by the delay for the audiovisual room. For my audiovisual room, well, that's the third day. I wanted to talk about that later. I wanted to talk about the first day, which was the onigiri. Onigiri. Oh, I mean, of course. The two senpais. She's so cute. Help. I love her. She was so easy to talk with. Isn't onigiri the second day? Well, it was day 1 for me. The only event that I had in day 1 was the Niji encounter, like, life booth. And I was there for like the shortest amount of time to like sing with Petra. But for day 2, it was like the actual. That's where I start counting the actual event. I don't know. Am I the only one that counts it that way? I met Mana Senpai for the first time. I met Amamiya Amamiya Kokoro Senpai for the first time. She was so cute. I love it. Wait. I think it's one of the senpais that make me feel really comfortable. Cause she kept on like hugging my arm. You know the Japanese girls that get physical? Those are the ones I love the most because they make me feel welcomed. My foreign ass feels less awkward when a Japanese person hugs me. It's not that normal over there. So every time they hug me, I'm like, oh, okay, this is nice. So it's like a nice icebreaker for a gaijin like me. Gaijin. So she hugged me and then she kept on talking and then she asked me like why I would speak in like Kansai Ben and I was like, I don't. And she was like, well, sometimes you don't and sometimes you do. And I was like, yeah, that's the thing. That's my thing. Amamiya senpai ってさ、なんか普通になんかハグしてくれたし、でハグしてくれたらもうなんか安心できたかなって文化の違さかな。でもハグしてくれたからもう緊張しなかったんですよね。で話してた時にさ、なんかモムってさ普通に時々関西弁出ちゃうけど時々なんか出ないねって言われたら、あ、そうですよね、私ね変な人ですよって言われたら、なんでなんか関西弁時々話すけど時々なんか普通の日本語に戻るのって聞かれたら、あ、じゃあうちの先生のせいだよなんか日本語をちゃんとなんかなんだっけ、私日本語ちゃんと学べなかったって、うちの先生がもう変な人だったから時々そういう変な日本語出ちゃうねI know. Sometimes I go back to speaking Japanese and then sometimes, I mean, Kansai Ben is Japanese, but sometimes it comes out and she was like, this is funny. Are you Kansai or not? I don't know. I don't think I'm either. That's the thing. Because I would start talking. She was the one that pointed it out. I didn't even notice. I literally did not notice until it was like the day of the event. Because I was talking in Japanese. She was like, oh, but you don't have a Kansai accent. I thought everybody was talking about how you had Kansai accent. And then she gave me something and I was like, arigatou na. And she was like, why are you suddenly speaking in Kansai accent? With a Kansai accent? And I was like, oh. I apparently am incapable of saying arigatou na in like a normal Japanese accent. she was trying to like teach me how to say arigato normally. I still don't know. I think it's is it with like an accent in the ri? Arigato. Wakannai. That's all my sensei's. That's all my sensei's fault. Can you say arigato? Arigato na. I cannot say arigato in a different way. That's all my sensei's fault. So she was like, what the hell? And then we kept on talking, and then the usual like, say Anna. She was like, what are you? we kept on talking, everybody was like, so desu yone. Say Anna. And she was like, what? I don't understand you. What are you? And I was like, I don't know. I don't understand it either. Please. And she was like, okay, fine. Just because you're cute, I'm gonna let it pass. But she was really funny and nice to talk with. だからそのままでいいよ。ありがとう。でも時々変だよなって。Old habits die hard. They do. I think it's because it's the only way that I got taught. So it's because of that man, my sensei teacher. He spent too many years teaching me, and he sorry God, he was crazy. Instead of teaching me like normal textbook Japanese, he taught me a bunch of stuff. Sometimes feel you have Kansai, but usually you speak normal Japanese naturally. See, that's what she would tell me. Like sometimes it comes out. And then she was like, oh, but Mana Senpai, he's like an actual true Kansai Ben hito. And I was like, oh, I see. She was like, the actual real one. Your sensei with Kansai accent? Yeah. He was such a... How do I describe it? He was really serious. Like, when we were in the waiting room, we did like a rehearsal day as well. In both the rehearsals and the live day, when we were like just chilling and talking to each other and eating and just relaxing in the waiting room before they call us to like setups and everything, he would be like not talking to anybody but looking at like the script, and he like practicing like a matome. Matomeって言うんだ。わかんない。He would be like practicing each and every like script line over and over and over again, and I was like, oh wow, he's like actually studying. You know, the one classroom where everybody's just like saboteru. Everybody's just talking in like break, and there's one person that's actually studying for the exam. I know he was locking in. I think you could see it. I think you could see it on like the actual show because he had so many lines in English. His pronunciation in English is pretty good. I didn't know that he was so good in English. Maybe I just missed it. He did so well. I know. The lines, he spoke so much English. And like would actually talk in English with the other libraries that couldn't speak in Japanese. That was such a shock for me. But after the Onigiri event was done, he was like, oh my god, I'm so glad it's over. I was so nervous. English is so hard. And I was like, you did not sound nervous at all. I think you managed to like talk with everybody in English quite well. He's known to speak English fluently. JP said, I had no clue. I feel there's I'm too old for this. Like I've been in Niji for so long that it's hard to just keep up with everything. So I did not know that he was fluent like at all. I already knew that he was like he had a Kansai-man accent because I did see his debut and I knew that he's really good at singing and that he animated his own like all of the animations that he showed. He has lots of different talents. I did not know English was one of them. It was great. They were really kind. We talked quite a bit during those 2 days. Super versatile. He is, and he's really like kind. I remember I wanted to go pick up my bento one time, and I forgot to bring my face mask, and he just like randomly popped a face mask like with, you know, not a used one, of course, like out of his pocket. And I was speaking with my mane son in English, and then he was just like, oh, I heard you talking that you do not have your face mask here. And I was like, oh, what? Thank you. Every senpai was really kind. So it was really nice to meet 2 new people. He actually makes real confectionaries? What the hell? This man does everything. That's wild. So considerate. Yeah, everybody was really kind. Yes, yes, yes. Also, I was super happy that they liked my onigiri. I did not know what else to do. There were like 3 different kinds of options that the staff gave us. One option was like something that represents like your culture. The second one was like something that you like, and the third was like something crazy. I think that was the reason why I looked at it. The onigiri that he did. So many of us chose like the things that we liked. And then Luca was like, Vegemite. It's a mood for it. Was so it stank. Vegemite is so stinky. I hate the taste and I hate the smell. Like you could, when they pull it out, you could smell it. We were like backstage, really close to the fans, but backstage nonetheless. And then when staff took it out, it was like, oh, you got to taste your onigiri. I did. I tasted everybody's except the Vegemite one because I know how Vegemite tastes like, and I was like, nope. I really liked Millie's. The thing is, when I bit on Millie's onigiri, I think it didn't have any more cheese because I did not taste the cheese. It was kind of funny because I was telling Millie that what is it? Tocino? It's bacon in Spanish. It's really funny because I guess it's also like a I don't know if it's pronounced tocino or tocino, but tocino is also a word in Spanish which means bacon. So I was expecting taste like a bacon taste, but then when I had it, it was sweet. Did anybody figure out what the secret paste is? No. I wasn't expecting it to be sweet because tocino for me is just bacon. So I was expecting something savory, just bacon taste, but it tasted pretty different. I was like, oh my god, this is really nice. It is Filipino style bacon, but it has a different seasoning. Yeah, I was not expecting that. Because I was like, oh my god, tocino, it's bacon. It was really yummy. I did not taste the cheese, but it was really yummy. Clara's was sweet. It was like a dessert. I liked it. I think it was my first time eating like a dessert with like sticky rice. Yeah, speaking of Clara, I met her too for the first time. I met Doppio for the first time as well. I think those are the only 2 Ians that I met for the first time in that trip. I'm old. I kind of get excited every time that I see like new Ian people streaming because they're like, oh my god, I met so many new people. I met Petra and Reimu and Rosemi and Doppio and Shu and Albin. I met this, and I was like, oh man, I've been knowing them for like 3 years. If anything, I don't want to see their face. He actually like a foot taller than you. Pio is gigantic. I felt so bad because I guess in real, my humor doesn't. I think I'm like Enna. I think we're just really sarcastic people. I think it's just Ethyria. Because when I met Pio-chan, I gave him a hug because he went for a hug. He always goes for hugs, which I appreciate. But wow, it's so Pio coded. And he was like, "Hello, Reimu, how are you?" And I was like, I'm sleepy. And he was like, oh, that's too bad, but I hope you're having fun with everybody. And I just replied with like a straight face, but like it was an obvious joke of like, no, I hate everybody. And I think Pio-chan believed me for like the first 3 seconds. And the way that his face changed, he went from like the happiest person to like the saddest person in 3 seconds. And I felt so bad. I felt so bad. I instantly like raised my hands. I was like, Pio-chan, it's a joke. It's a joke. I'm lying. I'm joking. And he was like, oh, and he just went back to like his happy face. He was like, oh, okay, I got scared for a little bit. And I was like, Pio-chan, no. I don't think I have genuinely felt so bad for somebody in real life as bad as I felt for those like 3 seconds. Like, I physically panicked. I almost jumped from my chair. Like, I even raised both hands. And I was like, no, Pio-chan, it's a joke. It's a joke. He really did. I think he really did think that I was being serious. And he was like, oh, okay, I'm so glad. And I was like, oh, gosh. And I think it stuck with him because on the actual day of the event, we were sitting together in one of the tables. And he was like, hello, Reimu, how are you? And I was like, oh, I'm good. And he was like, do you wake up hating everybody today, or... And I was like, Pio-chan, no! And I think I laughed so hard. And he was like, I think that's the hardest, like, laughs that I, like, taken out from you. I'm happy that you're happy. And I was like, Pio-chan, oh god, he's a straightforward guy. He is. I think it might be just Pio-chan, because like I don't think I've ever had that problem with any other kind of ENs. I think they kind of like get me or Enna's like humor or way of expressing ourselves. But I think I'm not gonna do that with Pio-chan anymore. I think I should be more like emotionally honest when that man is in the room, because then I don't think he's gonna get it. You don't understand. If you had seen his face, the way that his face went to like fully sad in 3 seconds, I felt so bad. I was like, never again, I'm gonna do this kind of like sarcastic stuff with this man. I genuinely felt so bad. I think I should be more straightforward and leave the sarcasm to like other EN members, honestly. But hey, I'm glad that he understands. I love everybody. That's just our way of speaking sometimes. It's just like, I feel Pio-chan might be one of those people that he's teasing somebody, and that somebody's like, my god, I hate you so much. But you know what I mean, right? I hate you so much. They generally don't hate them. I think Pio-chan might take it like seriously. He's like, wait, no, what did I do? I think you're not supposed to say that to Pio-chan. Because I think he might actually think you're being legit. Which is kind of cute when you think about it. Yeah, the I hate you. No, I hate you. I hate you so much. He's kind of cute in that way, I guess. Just saying, joke. Yeah, you just have to say the what is it? The slash, the diagonal, whatever, out loud. I hate everybody, JK. I hate you so much, JK. I think where was that? Slash J. Honestly, yeah. But yeah, I learned there's this sort of things that you kind of can only learn of each other when you meet in real, which is kind of great, no? There's little things that you kind of learn from each other when you finally get to talk and interact with them, like offline, which in a way just makes me more happy because you get to know the person more, right? There's people that act exactly the same way offline and online. There's so many members that apparently have said that about me, which honestly makes me relaxed. Pio-chan is a physical person. He's a really tall physical person, but he's really sweet. He always goes for the hugs. His energy, oh my god, he makes me feel so old. He's always excited and always happy, which honestly I think that is a really good thing to like have. I think it's really good to be that way, but he's always so happy and so excited. And most of the times that we met, it was really early in the morning. I hadn't had breakfast. I was sleepy. Or there were other instances where I low-key shut down when there's a lot of people. when I go take bentos, the bento's like in an open area and you see like so many senpai. There was one moment that I was going to take my bentos and I was like, I'm gonna go out. I think there's a lot of people working, so I actually have this train of thought, like I'm gonna go take my bento at this time of the day because I know there won't be a lot of people. And when I went there were so many people. I was like, I miscalculated. I forgot I'm bad at math. There were at least like 10 senpais. I knew like half of them, the other ones I didn't know. And everybody was saying hi to each other. And just imagining me fiddling with the bento at the back, looking at the floor, just waiting for them. Like I mean, obviously I was not rude. I did introduce myself to the senpai that I hadn't talked to before. But Ian wanted to like keep on going with the conversation, and I was at the back with the bento looking at the floor like, my energy is getting drained. There's so many people. I just want to go back. And I remember Clara was able to pick up that about me quite fast, cause I think Clara's also shy. I don't know if I'm shy. I guess I am. But Clara, I felt like Clara's social battery does not drain as fast as I am. I think her problem is just that she's shy. And also she's one of the newest waves. So she was telling me that she felt nervous reaching out because she doesn't know. You know what I mean? She doesn't know if she should do that or not because she's one of the newest waves. So she's like, what do I do? While us, we kind of just like reach out like, oh, hey, Oliver Senpai. Oh, hey, Patane. Oh, hey. You know? So she was staying with me, and she noticed that my problem was not the fact that I was shy because there were lots of senpais I already knew before and I talked to before. It was because I get overwhelmed where there's so many people. Like even if they're not JP, even if there's like 10 Ian in the room physically, I might just like sit in the corner and just be on my phone or just like listen, because I get drained so fast. I'm like, there's too many people here. I would low-key go back to like my room until there's like less people. I don't do well with like places with lots of people. And she was just there like hugging my arm and kind of like giving me like a massage on the arm. She was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. She did that to me so many times. When she noticed that there were so many people, she was acting normally, but then when we noticed that there were so many people in the room, she would like instantly get close to me and like hug my arm and just start massaging me, and then she would just start being like, are you okay? And I was like, damn. I'm not feeling very senpai-ish right now, but I did notice that she was really considerate. Clara is really considerate. Perfect maid. Honestly, she's she's one of the most considerate people I've met like in real. No, I did not feel like she was One-san. She did give lots of kohai energy, lots of them, because she asked lots of questions and then you kind of like tell her stuff. You kind of like introduce her to like JPs. She tells you like the different what is it, things that she overthinks about as being a kohai, and you kind of like guide her a little bit into it. She asks you for like things that you've done before, so that she hasn't done but she wants to do, and you kind of like explain to her the process. I had a lot of kohai senpai moments with her, except on those very few moments that there were like 18-20 livers. I'm not kidding, like 10-15 livers in one room, and I would just be I would just be like in the, well, not disgusted, but I would be like just me holding onto my bento in like one corner, like yeah. But it was really nice overall. I'm glad that Luca is still Luca. Reimu at the back, yeah. I just want to sit down and eat. Luca is still Luca. That's nice. I cannot believe I eat I think that was the topic of the conversation. What's the chocolate bar thing called again? KitKat. My god, I cannot believe I eat KitKats the same way that Luca does. Everybody thinks I am so mad at the person that did that. JK. I feel now I have to treat everybody like I have to treat Doppio just in case. I hate the person that did that fucking meme, JK. Just in case I hurt anybody's feelings. I don't know why they put me in the chaotic. Well, I guess I am chaotic, but not that chaotic. Of like opening a Kit Kat and munching on the entire bar like horizontally. I was like, I'm not a savage. What the fuck? I was like, do I give that Phantomos? Do I give that energy? Every Phantomo was like, this is inaccurate. Oh, thank you. I was wondering. I was like, do I give that energy? It annoys the fuck out of me. Okay, thanks. Because like the way that I eat Kit Kats is actually the two different ways. One is just like actually breaking your too organized. Exactly. Thank you. My fucking OCD popping out sometimes. Yeah, I do eat bar per bar and I actually break it. Sometimes when I eat Kit Kats and I'm really craving chocolate, which this is the way that me and Luca eats it, and apparently Clara got trauma from it. we break the Kit Kats vertically and then we kind of like take the chocolate off each bar and then we just eat the wafer alone after. Like you kind of like skim the chocolate. You do it like Luca, yeah. But sometimes when I'm not craving chocolate that much, I just eat the sticks normally, like the little bars normally. Is Japanese chocolate delicious? It's pretty yummy, yeah. I like Japanese gummies though. Oh my god, yeah. How, not the lollipop? No, I don't suck on it. I use my teeth. I use my teeth to kind of like how do I explain it? To lift the chocolate layer of, you know, of the little bar, and I just eat the chocolate, and I do that for every single wall. You skin it? Yeah, pretty much. It's the correct way to eat them. Yeah, I kind of like not scrape them. Well, sometimes I do, but what I do is I use the bottom teeth to like literally lift the entire chocolate layer, and only the chocolate layer. If you're very careful, you can lift the entire chocolate layer, and then you eat just the chocolate, and then you can eat the wafer alone. But why? Sometimes you just want to eat chocolate and chocolate alone. You know what I mean? And sometimes I eat it that way, and Clara was like, what do you mean? And me and Luca, it was for the first time ever. I think this was the first and only time that Luca has said a crazy ass comment, and I'm like, same. Because Luca is so random. But for the first time, Luca and I were in the same team. I was like, oh, that's the way that I eat it too. And everybody was like, what do you mean? Yeah. I mean, I don't know why Clara even gets to judge. She's the one that bites it horizontally. She doesn't even divide the bar. She doesn't even divide each bar. She takes the whole like rectangular thing and then she bites it horizontally. Like, what the fuck? Savage. Savage energy. Clara's worse? No, that's my point. I was like, why do you have trauma from that? When you eat Kit Kat that way, Clara. Skinning the Kit Kat is more savage than just biting into it? No. She hates potatoes. I can't trust her. I don't either. I cannot believe there's people that don't like fries. It's impossible to not like fries. Fucking cute, I swear to God. Another on-base little shit. Cannot believe. If you serve him like fried chicken and fries, he only eats the fried chicken because he doesn't like the fries. Who? Don't trust people that cannot eat fries. Are there green KitKats? Oh yeah, the matcha ones. I like the normal chocolate ones though. I like matcha, but matcha sweets tend to be too sweet. I like matcha when it tastes like matcha, like strong, dark, green matcha, like concentrated matcha. But when you have like matcha latte or like matcha sweets and stuff like that, it tends to be too sweet, in my opinion. But you might like it. I love how you came back from Nijifes, but our topics never change. It always goes back to the food. Hey! I'm just describing different situations! I mean, can you blame me? The first day for me, the first event was about onigiri. It was a food-related event. Of course, staff was going to pick me for it. I mean, aside from the fact that I speak Japanese and I'm a gigantic weeb that loves Japan and Japanese food, I like food in general, so of course staff was going to pick me. Come on now. They know after making my scripts for 3 years where I only talk about food every single time. Chocolate, Valentine's Day, food. Fairy tale voice packs, food. Anniversary, food. White Day, food. Confession Day, food. Going to the park and hiking, food. Like... It's crazy. No, actually. No, yes. Actually. We cannot have a proper date without food. We cannot have a proper concert without food. We cannot have a fairy tale without food. We cannot have a proper breakup without food. That's probably me. We cannot have a proper funeral without food. That's me in every single voice pack. そうそうそう。いつも食べ物の話してるとか、いつも料理してるね。普通に。Bringing the pineapple sauce the first day? No, the second one. It's a really nice event. Shu is still Shu. She's really nice. She's really funny. Millie's always Millie. I think the people that I spend most time with was probably like Millie, Clara, and Mariring. With Millie and Clara, it's because we were practically... Our schedules matched the most. So it was the people that I hanged out with the most. It was... I'm kind of happy that Clara got like a nice... I mean, it was her first time meeting so many different senpais, and it was her first time being in such a huge event. In any, like, physical Niji event, for the matter. So she was really nervous, but I'm really glad that, you know, after skimming through her VOD a little bit the other day, I'm glad that she had a really nice experience, because that's what you care about, right? You know, as a senpai, you care about two things. One, that the fans have fun, but also... I think it's just the way that Clara acts that makes you, as a senpai, sort of like look out for her and try to make sure that she has like a nice experience with everybody, and seems like she did, so I'm really, really happy about that. I think they had a big dinner at the end, but I didn't go because I had to wake up at like 5 in the morning the next day, and I was checking like their Discord messages. Millie was talking at like 4 in the morning, and I was like, yeah, no. When I woke up at like 5 to like get ready to catch my plane, I saw them like they're like, I'm back messages at like 4 in the morning, and I was like, no. You didn't go to the end party? I didn't. I had to wake up really early for the plane, and also I was pretty out. Like I said, I was sleeping at 7 or 8 p.m. So I did my bags at like 6, and then at 7 they were gonna go at like 8 or something, and at 7 I was like already like dying, so I just went to bed. Yeah, I mean, the only new people that I hadn't met that were coming to the party, well, I met everybody, but the new people was like Clara. I feel it's just cause well, my flight is the next day. I was really sleepy. And also, I've been here for 3 years. I have had dinners with these people so many times. So I guess I would understand why somebody like Clara would want to go and like not want to miss it. But for me, it's just like, oh, have fun with everybody. I'm gonna go sleep. Say hi to everybody. Well, I don't want to call it special because it was sort of like an otsukare-sama party, especially for the Overture people. But no, I was too tired. I look at grandma, but I got to talk with everybody and spend time with everybody before the dinner, so I don't feel like I missed out too much. I feel like I got to spend a little bit of time with everybody pretty much. Well, I'm lying. When I say everybody, I mean the girls. I actually did not see a single boy. Aside from Shu and Luca and Tokyo during that event. I did not meet with any of the Overture dudes this time. Everybody was too busy. I feel like this is one of the first events that everybody was so busy that it was not like the usual. So what was Shu doing? The Onigiri event with me. So that's why I met him. Yeah, everybody was so busy and staying in like... Yeah, everybody had their own shit going on. Especially Overture people. Overture people were so busy. And I was staying like a couple of rooms away from me. Like on the same floor, a couple of rooms away. And I only saw her twice. Guys. She was practicing so hard. I am so proud of her. I think the only reason why I met Mariring so many times was it's because she's crazy. I guess she didn't go to that many like dance practices because she's just really good at dancing. And I just told her it's just because she doesn't need them. So Mariring was actually not called that many times. She pretty much like mastered like the dancing in probably like one time. So the other times where Enna had to go, Mariring was at the hotel, so that's why I got to spend a little bit more time with her. It was kind of crazy because Mariring was also telling me one of those nights, and I was like, "Oh, but Enna right now is at like a dance practice. Why isn't it like that for like Overture girls?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, but I already know all the dances." And I was like, "What the fuck?" The way that this girl said it, like so casually out loud. That was so fucking cool. I was like, this girl is so fucking cool. Because she didn't say it to like look down on other people. She didn't say it as like, oh, I'm so good. She just said it as the most casual thing ever. Like so relaxed. So like it doesn't take anything from her. Yeah, so professional. Like, I already know all the dances. And I was like, she's so fucking cool. I know, she's just that good. Yeah, like it was so normal for her. So that's why I spent a little bit more time with her. You know who I met for the first time as well? I met a couple Kira girls. I met Sephina. Oh my god, Sephina is so funny and so sweet and so kind. She proved that on her stage. She did. She was amazing. I met Sephina. She's so cool. She was another girl that I spent a lot of time... Actually, I spent a lot of time with. Quite surprisingly. This was your first time meeting Sephina? Yeah, it was. It was. I met Nari... Young Nari. One time. She's really shy though, so she didn't hang out that much in the room. But I met her once in our meet and greets because we both had to take the same car to go back to the hotel. But Sephina, oh my god, Sephina was there like almost all the time. And she would always like report what we have for breakfast because we had to go take our bentos from staff in like the hall. And then before anybody would like get up from bed or like even be awake, it would like finally wake up at like maybe like 7 or 8, open Discord, and she was like, Today's breakfast is tamago sando or onigiri. Both are really yum yum. Like every single day you would get a breakfast report. And I would be so thankful because sometimes I didn't like any of the options, so I would just skip it. And I wouldn't have to like get out of bed to like actually go see it. Sephina would just tell us and I would be like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna stay in bed. キャリーもたくさん会えたのね。そうそうそう、なりちゃんとセフィナちゃんも会えてたし、I also made Lei. Akira Lei? She brought one of the best sweets to like the girls' hotel ever. She brought one of those it's like a pancake, like a really really fluffy pancake texture, and the inside was filled with really it was not overpowering, but maple syrup, sort of like jello. Oh my lord, that was the best desserts ever. I kept on eating them. She was so kind. I did not know that she was so good at English too. Like she said that she did not, what's that called? I have no clue. I'm sorry, but it was so yummy. When I heard it was like maple syrup sweets, I was like, oh, it's gonna be too sweet. But it wasn't. It was perfect. You should have asked. I mean, she did say it, but I forgot the name. Like I don't take notes. You know, despite me loving food, I don't really take notes out to like write. Yeah, you gotta go ask her. But it was probably one of the best sweets that we had in like the shared room. Georgie, thank you. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, she told me that she wasn't that good at English, like speaking it. But what I noticed is that she pretty much understands everything. Like her listening is really good. If she's not able to speak in English that much, her listening was pretty freaking good. Like you could have like a full-on conversation of you talking to her in English, and then she would perfectly reply but in Japanese, which I find amazing. Yeah. She's just probably gonna have a little bit of a hard time replying in English, but I told her that I understood Japanese, so it was kind of a weird interaction. I would sometimes fully switch to English and she would have no problem following the conversation. So it's just me blabbling in English and then she would reply in Japanese, and I was like, and then I would just keep on replying on English. It was the weirdest shit ever, but lots of my conversations with her would be like that. She was really kind as well. Bilingual conversation, pretty much. Pretty much. That's the girls that I met. There were other girls, but it was not my first time. I mean, guys, it's gonna be... This year is gonna be 4 years in Niji. What? I am so... old! I've been here for 3 years. 4 coming soon. My god, I'm so old. I've pretty much met everybody. I cannot believe. I think it's because like a couple months ago, I was so jealous at Enna because Enna met everybody. I had this image of like Enna knew everybody, and then in like less than half a year, I had like a couple of JP events. I had Nijifes and I had like 3D stuff, and I ended up meeting like the same amount of people. So, I met so many people in the last like year. The fuck you mean 4 years? It's been 4 years! Can you believe it? That's amazing. It is! Well, I still haven't met a couple of Indian yet. But oh god, we're old. Exactly! Guko-chan! Super arigatoi! I'll read the supas a little bit later. Don't you worry. Well, out loud. I always read them in my mind. How do those wrinkles feel? I don't feel them. My back is hurting though. Your veteran Phantom must appreciate the journey. It's crazy. Man, 2024 it was crazy. I met so many JP senpais, and I met so many EN, but that's a lie. I already knew. I think 2023 might be the year of me meeting a bunch of EN. And 2024 was me meeting a bunch of JP. And just from like those like 20 minutes that I stayed in that room with like the 12 JP senpais in there, I ended up adding way more into the list. I think lots of people in the end met lots of JP senpais because of Nijifes. Everybody was in there. Everybody was in there. It was like a lot of these meetings were in the catering room. Yeah, because everybody has their own rooms and their own stations, because the venue is... I don't know if you went to Nijifes, but Nijifes is gigantic. Like, I want you... It's kind of hard to sort of imagine if you're not there. And it only hit me harder once you go there, but the venue for Nijisanji is gigantic. For Nijifes, it's gigantic. Because it's an event that only happens once a year. And it goes from like really early in the morning to like 6 or 7 p.m. It's the entire day. Just imagine like a huge anime convention, but only for Nijisanji. It's quite big. So there are lots of events happening from like 9 to 10, from 10 to 11, from 12 to like 2. They have a whole schedule that fans like know. So they know where to line to, and they know where to like go and take spots, and they buy tickets for certain stuff. So that's why like the logistics behind Nijifes is crazy, because you have, man, I don't know how many livers. I mean, if I met like only 10 people, let's bring it up to 20. If I met 20 people in just that waiting room for this one event, I would say like at least 70 or something. There's so many livers in there. So many. Like in the venue at the same time, but everybody is kind of like spread in different locations to set up for their own stuff. So sometimes people go out to like the center. Just imagine like a gigantic square, and at the center they put like the food. Well, there's different spots for food, but mostly at the center is where everybody you can meet everybody, because you go take a bento and then you end up casually meeting 8 JP senpais for the first time. Food? Yeah, I like food. Sorry, it's the gathering spot. Yeah. There's tons of people in the venue. Kagami-san had like 2-hour line. Yeah, there is different meet and greets. I think there were 2 days for meet and greets. Meet and greets last for 1 hour each, but a couple of livers have like 2 days of meet and greets, and a couple of them ended up extending because they got hit by delay and stuff like that. Mine wasn't what is it? Rescheduled, thankfully. The giant robot. Oh, speaking of robots, it's not a robot, but aside from like the Nijifes is so cool, guys. Aside from like the events that every liver has, like a talking show, a small singing section, 3D announcement, the concerts that you have to pay a different ticket for, there's the hero show. Oh my god, that was so fun. I was looking at the videos later because of course I couldn't watch it because there was too many people in there, so of course they're not gonna let a liver go there. But the little snippets that I saw, like fans taking videos of the hero show, I was like, this is so fun. Yeah, Shiba roaming around. You have Mito senpai Mito senpai just going around doing crazy shit, and then the hero show actually doing goofy stuff, but then they suddenly turn into like really cool dancers on the stage, like physically. Oh my god, there's so many things happening at Nijifes. Sometimes I wish I had been a fan so I could like actually attend in there, like in the wave of people, because I feel the energy is so much different. The energy is so much different when you're up there in the stage entertaining them. But when you're in the venue, you see so many things happening at the same time and so many people lining up for different events, and then you have like a whole schedule of events that you can go like have fun at. Cause for the livers, it was like you go to the you wake up, you go to the event, and then you leave. It's not like you can stay and watch everything from the back of the stage, because there's too many people going around, walking around, prepping. Like, go back. Go back, and then we're gonna call you when you're needed again. So I'm kind of jealous of the fans that are able to sort of like enjoy Nijifes like throughoutly, you know. The venue is jam-packed. It is. No, it is. That's why I understand so many people. Well, even for the Onigiri section which was like an hour? Was it 1 hour or 2 hours? Probably 1 hour. All of us were pretty nervous. Even Amamiya Senpai. Sorry, I'm gonna call her Amamiya. Even she was a little bit nervous, even though she has like a bunch of experience, because every single event, I feel it just resets, because I feel it doesn't matter how much experience you have. There's so many people. There's so many people watching, so there's sort of like a doki doki style, like a excited / nervous feeling. There's tons of people. Yeah. Oh my god, I saw a couple of like EN people roaming around when I was checking the live stream. You know how there's certain livers that present Nijifes every day. Sometimes a couple of days it was like Luca and Meloko, and other days with different JP livers. EN people? No, I'm talking about EN fans. Like people that came from the West to attend to Nijifes. I was so happy because they put like a map in the menu. It would change every day, but you could go to the map and then you could like pin the location where you came from. So it was, I mean, as much as I love Japan, and as much as I am grateful for every single Japanese fantomo that came to see me, it's the presence. The presence from the West on the venue, like where you can finally see it. It makes you so happy. You're so happy. I love Pizzaman too. 私も Pizzaman 大好き. Have you regained your weight? Not yet. まだまだ。なんかニジフェスだからなんか体にいい食べ物だけ食べて。で、とんかつとかピザもあんまり食べなかったんで今回はね、ピザはだったらなんか1回しか食べれなかったんですよ。2時3時終わった後でね偉い。ちゃんといい子にしたI didn't want to get sick, so I was actually really careful. I did not eat gummies, I did not eat tonkatsu, I did not eat ice cream, I did not eat pizza man or karage. I ate lots of veggies and lots of fish before Nijifes. You know? That's fair. Yeah. My god, what happened on my second day? What did I do on my second day? First was onigiri, second day was... What did I do on my second day? Chat. Well, maybe I'm counting wrong. Maybe my brain is counting like day one as the... No. I think my brain counted day one. You guys were right. My brain counted day one as the Niji Encounter live booth. And then day two for me was onigiri, and day three was yeah, meet and greets. Crazy! I was every day! Except after party. I was every day in Nijifes! That's wild! Your first day was onigiri. No, my first day was Niji Encounter live booth. A couple of us were singing. Well, we sang one time live and then they kind of just like repeat it. It was like a live recording, sort of. I don't know I think that's only for people that go to like the encounter corner. The people that went to the encounter corner for the first time, like at when it first started, it was like a live recording. I missed that. Yeah. So different people went to like Shu, for example, went to like live record his song, and then me and Petra went once, like sang it once, and then they like recorded it as we sang, and then it just kept on repeating after that. That's cool. Yeah, but I was so fucking nervous. Cause like that song is so fucking high. I'm scared of going. It's so high. I couldn't. Need you one take. Loki. I couldn't get a ticket for the Mariring. I'm so happy that I got to see your performance. Thank you. So you were at the Niji encounter booth. Oh, I'm so happy. You recorded one take? Yeah. Yeah, it was live recording. So we recorded that once at the very start, and then because they have the recordings, they just repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. And that's what everybody else heard. I guess it just depends on when you get to the encounter corner. I don't know. I don't think it's in the live stream, but people did upload videos of it. Or maybe they just tweeted about it. But if you end up finding videos, we sound different. We did our best. I'm not gonna sound exactly the same as when I recorded it for the MV, but I still think I did pretty good. I still think that I did decently. It doesn't sound exactly the same as the MV, but I think it still sounds decent. That was day one. That one time it was like a really short time, so I did not meet any new JP senpais. And for Niji Overture, it was all the girls that weren't in Overture, and we watched we had the dinner. Well, not a dinner, because it was like at 11 p.m. No, 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. No, I think it was 1 p.m. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. We just gathered with like our lunch bentos, and we just watched it together. Sephina senpai was always the one that what is it? She would mirror, like, is that how you call it? Mirror? I don't know. She would broadcast it onto the TV from her phone so that we all could like see it. Yeah, I was tweeting about it, but because I was watching it through Sephina senpai's like broadcast on the TV, and I didn't have it open on my phone, even though I had codes. I did not take any screenshots. I only opened my phone when Mariring was doing her solo, because I was so amazed. I mean, I was amazed at everybody's like sections, but it's just the fact that Mariring is so good at performing. Like, she moved so cool, and she was also in the free part, so I didn't want to use my code because Sephina senpai had already used hers. So that was the one and only screenshot that I took, and I tweeted about it. I wish I had took screenshots of Rosemi's. I think Rosemi's was like my second favorite. Her dances. Well, more than her singing, because I already knew how Rosemi sounds like when she's singing, and I know how high she can go to, and I already know how cute she can sound. But you know, because of past experiences with Rosemi, I know that she's really jumpy. She has a lot of stamina, so I kind of knew the way that she kind of like moves and dances. But I think for Niji Overture, I think she went on a whole different level, and I think that's what she wanted to show everybody, and because of that, I think that she was pretty freaking successful. Because you already know how Rosemi-sama moves, but I think this was like a whole different thing. She tried so hard and practiced so hard, and apparently I was told by other Overture people that Rosemi's choreographies were one of the, not the most, but one of the most like hard ones. Like, she picked like really like hard level dances, and I know for a fact that Mariring, because of her idol background and stuff like that, she learned the dances really fast. It's not that hard for her, but from what I've seen, like in real, from Rosemi-sama is the kind of person that she might not learn the dance in one go, but she's the kind of person that practices 40 times before flying to Japan and 80 times on Japan. She's extremely hardworking. Like, she will practice after going to like dance practice in her hotel. She's that kind of person. I know for a fact because I've seen it. So I'm so proud. I become so emotional because I'm so proud of her. Because like you can actually see the hard work, because it's not usual hard work. It's like extra hardcore. It's extra hard work, and you can actually see it. So I'm like, oh my lord, that's really the fruits of your labor. You did amazing. I know. I'm so happy for her as well. I was fangirling. I think I was fangirling for two people in specific, and that was Rosemi and Mariring. One, because I mean, Mariring, I did not know any songs that Mariring picked, but it's just the energy and the way that she moves and performs is really cool. But with Rosemi was, well, the dance, but also Rosemi picked a bunch of Vocaloid classics, and I'm a classic weeb. I was going wild. Dance, levanta, dance, Mariring. I was at the back. Dance, levanta, dance. I was like, heck yeah! And I know I'm a baka boomer. And then with the freaking I do it, I was like, heck yeah! A, B, 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 A, B, C, B, A, up, down, A, left, man. Everybody was like, what is this song? And I'm like, you don't know this song. Left, up, right, A, B, B, A. I was going wild in the background. I was like, yeah, that's my Kagamine Oshi song. I was like, it's been a while. I'm so happy they picked this song. It's such a classic old song. I got so happy. It's the fact that I'm such a Vodka boomer that it just took like the first note, which is, I don't think it's even a note. I think it's just like an audio, like shh, and I was like, oh, remote control. Knowing the fact that they didn't like lower the key or anything, because at the end of the song, Reen's parts are really high. And Rosemi 8! Both songs she left her in the original key. She left classic Vocaloid songs in their original key. You know the difference between nowadays Vocaloid songs and classics? Nowadays Vocaloid producers think that other human beings will sing this. Classic Vocaloid producer would like, yeah, I'm gonna make the entire song going like that was classic Vocaloid, and I loved it. She kept it as it was, and she ate. I was I was surprised by the remote control song, but then my mind got blown away by her robot song, because it's already high, but then the end of the song, it goes like half how do you call it, half a scale, half a key, I don't know how to call that in English, higher. She went crazy. And I hate the fact that she did not sound strained. It's because Rosemi-sama's vocals are already like high naturally. She did not sound strained at all in the last notes. And I was like, what the fuck? She's amazing. I was fangirling. I was like, she ate and left no crumbs. My Vodka Boomer heart is full. Oh man. You know what? I'm also proud of Enna. Like, don't get me wrong, Enna's singing quality, I think it never goes down. And because I'm in Ethyria, I'm already used. I guess I expect this kind of quality with Enna because she always delivers. So it's not much of a surprise for me. she's just always good. It's just, I know her movement. I just wanna point out at the movements. That's not Enna code. I think we in Ethyria specialize in singing, not so much in dancing. And it's just the fact that Enna also practiced so hard for, you know, her choreography, both in the duets, but especially in the solo, that I ended up like fangirling. I caught myself fangirling for like five seconds. You know that one moment when she threw her leg up and then she turned around and was like looking at you like, I was like, oh, she's so cool. Those 5 seconds when then she threw the high kick and then she turned around and looked at you like, I was like, oh my fucking gosh, she's so cool. Yeah, it's the one moment that lots of people screenshot. I was like, oh my god, this is not Enna. I am so proud of her. This is not a common thing within Ethyria, and the fact that she made it happen, it just means that she worked so hard. I was like, oh my god, Enna, you did an amazing job. I love you. No, I'm dead serious. I am dead serious. That means she worked her ass off. Oh my god, the other moment when the stage got caught into like a circle and the circle got elevated, I did not know that was possible. I hadn't seen it before. I was excited and I was terrified at the same time. I was like, oh my god, please, because it's Enna, you know what I mean? I was like, oh my god, please don't fall. This is so freaking cool. You're amazing. You're eating, but please don't fall. And then when she was walking on the circles, like on like the edge, I was like, please don't fall. But she didn't, because she had practiced so much that she already knew what she was doing, and that's why I'm so proud of her. I was so nervous, but yeah, that was the first for me. I didn't even know that that such a thing was possible. I'm gonna write that thing down for like future events. You sound like her mom? Well, no. Do I think all of us. Please tell me I'm not the only one. Please tell me I'm not alone. I think all of us were thinking like, please don't fall, because it's Enna. Rosie apparently stayed a lot of practice at the studio. No, yeah, I saw, cause she would go like as soon as I came back from my events, which ended pretty much early in the morning. She would be like leaving. That's why I didn't get to see her that much. She went to like every single practice, I think. Random comment, but when I was I just remembered when all of us girls had like one of the first like pajama party. Me and Rosemi, we shared like a bed. And I remember as soon as Rosemi got inside of the bed, I was like, oh my god, you smell so nice. And Rosemi was like, I haven't taken a bath. And I was so embarrassed because I felt like such a pervert. And everybody else looked at me like, Rosemi was like, I haven't showered, Reimu. And I was like, oh. I felt like such a Rosemi's, I was like laughing her ass off, and I was literally, my whole face was so red, and I was like looking somewhere else because I was like, bro. I don't think she's ever gonna let that go. Cause we were like talking, and then she would just like randomly say like, Reimu's just gonna start like, and I was like, no, stop it. And I was like, I guess her sweat smells good, like naturally. I don't know, maybe she had perfume, I don't know. I was like, I'm never, you know what, I'm never gonna give anybody else a compliment ever again after this. I was like, get up in there. She was also so embarrassed because she was like, I haven't taken a shower, I'm sorry, I came straight back from practice. And I was like, oh god. That was the one thing, the trauma. I know. She smelled really nice. I know. Do not make me feel like an oji-san. Oh my lord. There was another time, I think it was like at the second. It was probably the second. At the second pajama party that we had, I was so tired. I mean, I was getting sleepy at like 7 or 8 p.m. But I stayed awake until like 10 p.m. and all the girls were still going. And I ended up passing out on the bed. And I forgot to take my makeup off. You know what? I felt kind of pretty in that trip because everybody kept on like complimenting my makeup. Not gonna lie. They're like, oh my god, you're so shiny. I love glitter. So I brought like this really, really nice glitter that I recently bought. And I used the tiniest little bit on like my upper my eyelids. There you go, just my eyelids. And I received like at least four compliments from like 4 different girls. And then when Ethyria came into the room, she was like, I can stop looking at you because you're so shiny. And I was like, ah! Enna was recording you. She was like, I fell asleep at some point. I don't remember when, but when I woke up, like apparently they were talking about Latinas, and I woke up according to Petra. I don't even remember. That's how foggy my memory was, because I was just like, ugh. And I woke up, and when I was like trying to, you know, the little like motion that you do with your hand when you wake up, like cleaning your saliva, just checking if there's saliva in your, if you ended up passing out with your mouth open and if you were drooling, you kind of just like check really fast if there's any saliva, and if there's not, you're fine. But if there is, you gotta just like do the really fast like cleaning of your face. I was doing that, and then when I was doing that, I noticed that Enna was like had her phone out and she was just like pointing at me, like she had not just started it. She was doing it already. So I was like, what the fuck? She never sent me the video, by the way. I think it's still on her phone. So when I was like half asleep and I cleaned my face and then I rubbed my eyes and then I finally like woke up a little bit, I saw her already doing it and I was like and she was like, oh, I thought you were like sleep talking, so that's why. And then she like stopped recording and I was like, bitch. God damn. Then I just wanted to clean my makeup off and clean my face, but when I went back to my hotel room, I felt extra sleepy, so I just sent them a message being like, good night, girls. Felt like such a grandma. It was nice. It was such a nice way to like, you know, meet Clara, but also spend some time with the girls. Yeah, like boys and girls were in different hotels, so it was mostly like a girl bonding experience. You slept before them? Well, not before most of them, but I was not the one that slept the earliest. Well, no, I was in JST time, but I was definitely sleeping really early. Yeah, I was like sleeping at 8 p.m. stuff like that, because I had to wake up at like 5. I'm struggling more right now than I was in Japan, honestly. Oh my lord. Oh. Yeah, early to bed, early to rise. Exactly. Yeah, I became a grandma. I did not stay up until 4 p.m. drinking alcohol with the rest of the people. I just did my bags for the plane and I just went to bed. Oh my god, I am old. It's always funny to hear the boys and the girls very different hotel experiences. I wonder how the dudes were. I remember the dudes got bonked once on Slack. We were randomly eating our bentos and watching movies, and then we saw one of our Mari-san saying like, can you stop ordering room service? Tag all the boys. And I was like, what the fuck? Stop ordering room service, they said. We were like, what the fuck are the dudes doing? That was the one thing that I got a little bit like a snippet from the dude's hotel. That was all. That's wild. Yeah. We were like, what the fuck? Yeah, the company car. We were like, just eat the fucking bento stuff they sent you. What are they doing there? I don't know. I don't remember who said it, but someone said how Dube from JP was on his pajamas just having breakfast in the hotel dining room. Oh, I don't know. Because a couple of JPs were in different hotels. You know how KR and Ian, the girls were in the same hotel. Salome-sama was at a different hotel. Oh my god, I love Salome-sama. Salome-sama 大好きです。付き合ってください。Salome-sama wanted to meet me, but we were at different hotels and our schedules didn't align. And she was, oh my god, I felt kind of embarrassed because I left my phone on the bed and I wanted to pee, and then Petra looked at my phone. Well, and then she asked me like, why are you talking to Salome-sama? And then I explained to her what me and Salome-sama were talking about, and she was like, "Nande Salome ojo to icha-icha shiten no?" And I was like, ah. And then when I looked like from like a third person view at the conversation, it low-key seemed like that because we were like, ねえ、レイも会いたかった。でもサラマジョもっと会いたかったんだよ。本当に忙しいのでも明日頑張ってなんか会いましょうってハート。And then the next day would be like, なんで会わなかったんだの？寂しいよ、レイもは。And then Salame's Ojo was like, Salome-sama would be like, レイも会いたくてなんか会えなかったら寂しくなるよって。And I was like, Salome Ojo, please, I love you. But our schedules didn't match, and she was like, I even brought you chocolates for Valentine's Day. And I was like, no. And then she was like, I'm just gonna leave you the snacks that I bought for you on like the center part of the venue for the food. And then I had them. They were really yummy. It was like really kari nuts snacks. They're really nice. They looked really fancy, by the way. I love Salome Ojo. I think she's one of, if not the most chill JP that I've met so far. You know how in JP you kind of have to, because it's a different culture and because it's senpais, you also have to kind of like read the room and kind of guess what sort of distance they like having. Salome Ojo is the kind of person that sits on your lap and hugs you. And I'm like, and like I said, I'm a physical person. Well, despite not me, you know, I'm weird. I'm weird. I don't like being hugged, but at the same time I do. When I'm really nervous around, I guess around girls specifically, and I don't know what to say and I don't know like how to act, if my senpai just like goes in, like runs from really far away and goes in for a hug, it just gives me a security of like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? And she's that kind of person that she sees me and she's like at the other end of the hole, and she opens her arms and runs. So I'm like, you know what I mean? I love Salome senpai so much. Not senpai, Salome Ojo so much. Cute girls have hog perms. Yeah. And she's still, you know, despite only meeting like once for Denon Senpai's concert, she still like keeps like contact, which I appreciate because I'm also bad at keeping contact even in the end. So she keeps on contact, and she told me about the live before it was even announced, so I knew about the live. And then she keeps on inviting me on like collabs, and then even on Nijifes she was like, I want to see you, and we were both like, wait. So I love her a lot. I love her a lot. Whenever I get the chance to like do something really big, I definitely want her to be in there as well. Apex collab with Ojo. What? Not the Kanai Senpai voice. Apex! Does she even like Apex? She does. Well, she likes doing anything with friends. She was the one that suggested Apex in the first place, and everybody, especially Kanai Senpai, they were like, no. She was like, it's fine because Kanai is here. And Kanai was like, no. Hey. They're really funny together. They really are. What else happened in Nijifes? Yeah, I think it's just like a given. It's a kind of... I'm gonna talk about Ren. I wanted to talk about Ren in Overture. The thing is... Ren is so good. But like, he's always so good. You know what I mean? I mean, I still fangirled. But Ren is always so good. I don't know how he keeps his quality so good all the time. Like, the moonwalk section was really cool. I didn't know that he could do that, but he did it. But it didn't surprise me either because Ren is always cool. You know what I mean? Ren has just performer aura. You know, there's different people looking at Ethyria right now that can sing. And it's good singing. And Ren also has good singing, but the thing is, it's the way that you move on the stage. I think it's just something that you can gain through experience, or maybe you're born with that natural talent. Maybe Ren is like a mixture of both. But he always owns the stage. He's a really good performer. You know how a singer is different from a performer. You don't have to sing good to be a good performer, but there's people like Ren that are good at singing and they're also good performers. So honestly, yeah, as dramatic as it sounds, the whole thing of like he was born for the stage, it fits him. Honestly, I think every time that we talk about Ren, it always goes down to that. He's a performer and he's a hell of a good performer. So it always impresses me, but at the same time, not really, because it's Ren. You know what I mean? Like the moonwalk, everybody was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "Man, it's Ren. Of course, it's gonna be good." You know what I mean? I was like, "Damn it!" And the fact that he sings his own original songs, I'm like, that even adds more point of like kakoi points. I'm like. I'm just like having this little like laughing outburst out loud because of just how cool it is, because of how much aura that man has. I'm just like, I can only do like because he's really cool. Nom nom. I want Ren to have like a one-man live. I think it's one of the people that I would definitely watch and low-key take notes. You know? I definitely want to see a one-man live. I can see that. Yeah, because I mean, if I work hard enough and to like practice choreographies, I think I am able to do that, but I think it's just the way that he moves on the stage, and then he kind of like interacts with the audience. Because sometimes I feel, well, me and the Ethyria girls kind of feel the same in my opinion. You kind of get so enthralled in your own vocals and like making sure that you sound as beautiful as you can, that you kind of forget that, you know, to like throw the ball at the audience sometimes. I think Denon Senpai also gives me that vibe. Denon Senpai is an amazing singer, but I think Denon Senpai is amazing at like live performances. The way that she moves on the stage, but especially the ways that she interacts with the audience. Yeah, I want to be like that. I want to be like that. Yeah, if I had to think of a girl, I immediately think about Deron Senpai. And if I think about a dude, I think nobody can beat Ren when it comes down to performing. He's cool. And he's also really nice. I'm kind of sad that I wasn't able to meet him this time, because hanging out with him is the best. You need to get your own chant. Well, not chant in itself. It's just interacting with the audience. You know how sometimes they kind of go like, just like yelling, like the usual, like handing the microphone to the audience so they can sing part of the songs, or like mid-singing, they like say something to the crowd or something, or ask them how they're doing and stuff like that. It's the kind of thing you sort of forget if you get too into like the singing. You know, I think it's the interaction with the crowd. That's part of it too. Exactly. That's so important for a live performance, because it's performing. You're not at like a recording booth anymore. And Ren does that so... It looks so easy. It's just so natural from him. He's great. Give me an R! Give me... Too long, bro. My god, the way Millie was like bawling. I've never seen her that. I did not know. I've been... It's almost gonna be 4 years with this girl. And it's the first time that I find out that Millie adores Sonny. No, bawling with W. Like, she scared me so many times because we were in the same bed when she was watching like Overture. And then the second that Sonny would appear in the camp, oh my gosh, she reminds me of like me pre-Nijisanji watching my Oshi in a concert. Not gonna lie. Well, not only crying, but before that, like Sonny, he wouldn't even start singing. It was just like the camera panning to Sonny, and then she would... And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was eating and I jumped because I got so scared because she was so loud. I was like... I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? She turned 100% into a fan. That was not Sonny's friend anymore. That was not Sonny's co-worker anymore. That was not Sonny's in-real friend anymore. That was a Sonny fangirl. I was like, what the fuck? I couldn't even like properly fangirl and feel proud for Sonny because Millie was doing everybody in that room's job. She was doing all of her jobs for him. It was kind of wild. I was like, wow, Sonny, you're so loved. He was like annoyed that Enna kept on like bullying him over like the I'm so popular with women on the internet, and he kind of like wants to move past the joke, but just Millie acting that way, I really did think like, oh wow, he really is popular with women. Because it was wild. I even nagged like Millie once because she was so fucking loud. Like my left ear, she was on the left part of the bed, on the same bed. My left ear hurt at one point when she was going crazy. I was like, I cannot hear Sonny. Shut up. Because he hadn't even started singing, and she was like, ah! And I was like, what is wrong with you, woman? Shut up. It was wild. Jesus, no, that's the level that Millie was fangirling. My left ear was hurting, low-key. Sonny did a great job, I'm glad. I would act like Millie too. No, and the one time that she was like literally jumping up and down on the bed, I was like, but you have met Sonny in real, right, Millie? And she was like, no, but he's my Kami Oshi, but like the character only. She was like trying to like not make it weird, and I laughed my ass off. It was like, no, but the character only. And I was like, bro. The character only, she said. Sonny's so loved. Man, I've never seen somebody scream that hard. Need to shake her. Pull it together, woman. No, after I knocked her, quote unquote, she was like, but he's my Kami Oshi. I had no clue that Sonny Briscoe was Millie's Kami Oshi. I feel she changes Kami Oshi every year. I thought that was my motto. And then she talks about Belmond Senpai. And then in the overture, I learned that it's actually Sonny. So I'm like, I'm so confused. Oh my god. Amamiya Senpai was teasing her so much with my motto. she was like, do you prefer me or my motto? And then Millie was like, of course Amamiya Senpai is the cutest. And then Amamiya Senpai would pull out her phone and she was like, okay, I'm gonna send a message to my motto. And Millie was like, no! Amamiya Senpai was great, by the way. She's really funny. She would like pick up like one of those like powdered instant like miso packs, and then she would show Millie, and then Millie, just being the clown that she is, she was like, Amamiya Senpai, can you sign this instant miso soup bag? And then Amamiya was like, oh, okay. And then she would be like, love, and she would write her signature in like the instant miso soup, and then in the other corner she would write like my motto heart. And then Millie was like, ah. It was so funny. Amamiya Senpai was teasing her so much, and I was just laughing my ass off next to them. I was like, this is great. Instant miso packets are not a type of VTuber currency. Low-key! I guess Millie received an instant miso soup package from Amamiya Senpai, but also from Dora and Nico Senpai. So funny, man. Someday, Momo, some library will make you sign a coffee bag. Someday. Maybe one of those new libraries that are debuting in the new wave. My god, have you seen the new dudes? I mean, we have only seen like the poses from like their silhouettes, but like their eyes, it's gonna be like the eye wave. The eye design kind of goes crazy. It's not like us mortals where normal eye color and like black pupil. They go with like 3 demonic signs on their eyes and like 3 hues of color and like a different shape of pupil. And I'm like, what the fuck? They have like 5 different kinds of giyas in each eye. Their design goes kind of crazy. Yeah, their eyes, and also each guy has really distinctive eye shape. You know what I mean? The one guy with the hat has like droopy eyes, but like ikemen sort of. And then the other guy has like the kanai eyes, you know what I mean? Like everybody was talking about it because there's no other way to describe it. The kanai senpai eyes. And then you have the dude that I think the dude that I quote retweeted, the one with like the pretty sleigh makeup, the one that looks mad. He has like mad eyes, like angry eyes. I don't think it's the same mama. Just because of the way that they color. But it's kinda droopy eyes. And the other dude, everybody was like saying Gojo Satoru. I think that one is the one that has probably the most normal man looking eyes, but his glasses are really cool. Oh god, yeah, because he has blue. I think it's just because he has blue eyes, and then he has the round glasses. They're not black, but they're like pinky. The glasses are really cute, but I think it's just because of that people are like calling him Gojo Satoru, and I'm like, oh man. Yeah. I actually like the angry looking one the most. That one, and I think I like the shape of Kanae droopy eyes because it's Kanae. But I think the design and the color, I think I like the angry looking dude the most. I'm so excited to meet them. Perpetually angry looking. Yeah. I wonder what kind of people they're gonna be. I wonder what they're gonna offer to Ian. And just kind of like, I'm really interested in their personality. Yeah, who knows when they're gonna debut. Looking forward to it. I cannot believe they just randomly dropped that shit. And nobody knew that. They just randomly dropped that shit in like in freaking Nijifes with so many people watching. That was really smart from staff, not gonna lie. But it was so sudden. Everybody, both you guys and all of us in EN, we were like, what the fuck? Staff did a really good job at like hiding everything. It was so random. I thought by announcement they meant like I don't know, they were gonna do like another announcement for like Overture, or like I don't know, like the 3D for, there was another announcement for 3D, right? No, it was a freaking new EN wave. Wild. Yeah, Heroes 3D. I thought it was gonna be 3D for XLA. Oh, I think it might be too soon for XLA. When was the last Illuna debut? What was the last one? Wasn't that Ren? That was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's too soon for XLA. Yeah, it was Ren. I think Ren was like right before Nijifes, so I would say like 2, maybe like 3 weeks max. Too soon, too soon. I say too soon, and then maybe like tomorrow Nijisanji casually drops XLA trailers and I have no clue what I'm talking about. Like, I actually don't know anything about schedules for like other waves. I'm talking just from like experience of like how scheduling's been so far. But maybe Nijisanji's gonna shut me up. Yeah, who the fuck knows at this point? That would be so funny. I would just be like, okay. The standing man emoji. All right. It's also been a long time. I know, it's been a year. You know, I saw a couple of people on Twitter saying like, oh my god, isn't that too soon? And I was like, is it? And then I checked when Denoth debuted, and it's gonna be like by the time that these guys debut, well, by the time that it was like February, it had been like a year. If anything, that's like the most amount of time that Nijisanji has taken for a wave. Good for them, honestly. It's kind of weird that people are saying it's too soon, but this is like the longest Nijisanji has waited for like debut a new wave. I wonder if they were here when Ethyria debuted. It was wild. We didn't even want to debut that soon, but hey. Because it was like, it lasted like Obsidian, and then like 2 weeks after, or maybe like 3 weeks after, they were like, by the way. Before it was like every 2 months. No, every 2 months it was like Loki, like Noctis, not even Noctis. I would say like Noctis Illuna era. It was way shorter back in Last Light till Ethyria era. They were dropping us out like every 3 weeks, man. And then Nijisanji finally takes like a year, and people are saying it's too fast. And I'm like, bro, I wish we had debuted. I wish we had like stayed at 1 wave per year, if anything, because I feel fans end up getting overwhelmed. JB took a 2-year break before debuting again. Yeah. Which just makes me think that they might be cooking. I don't know. Maybe they're not. I mean, they took 1 year, so I hope the guys are prepared. That's all I want to say. I hope the guys are prepared. If not, it's okay. We'll be there for them. Also, my voice is dying. I don't know why. It doesn't hurt. I guess it's just like my sleep-deprived voice. A little bit. I'm glad you're here now. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that people slowly started warming up to Ethyria, you know? They have a large roster in JP already. Yeah, but it's because JP has been here for like... How old is Niji? Of course, 7. 7 anniversary Reimu Nijifes. Niji has been here for 7 years. So, of course, they have like doubled the history that Ian has right now. So it's kind of like, of course. My god, it's gonna be 4 years. I cannot believe I've been existing. Like, I've been here for half the amount of like the total lifespan of Nijisanji. Isn't that wild? When I first got in there, I felt like a baby because I felt so many JP senpais have been there for like a while now. Like, oh man, the people that I looked up to a lot before joining Niji, which was Chima senpai and Kanai senpai. Kami Oshis, depending on the gender. Don't tell anybody. And when I felt like, when I compared like my debut to theirs, and I was like, oh my god, they're like 2 years older than me. And then when I've been here for 4 years, well, it's gonna be 4 years soon, 3 years and a half. And then when I look back at it, they're like, oh, it's only been 2 years. Like the difference is only 2 years. That's how I know I'm old. I'm like, oh yeah, it's only like a 2-year difference. Only? Why do you mean only? It's because I've been here for almost 4. That's wild. The new people that are coming in here, they're gonna be like, we have a 4-year difference. And I'm gonna be like, a 4-year difference? What do you mean there's a 4-year difference? Like, what do you mean I've been here 4 years? Oh god. Jesus. I don't think I'm gonna get I don't think I'm gonna get over that ever. Slowly crumbling to dust. I think Ethyria has been dust for a while. The age gap, I know. Oh my god, imagine if the next wave is gonna be like, oh my god, what if I'm here for like, oh my lord. Hasn't like Shima senpai been here for like 6 years, if not 5, and I think Kanai senpai has been here for like 6 or something. What if I'm next? I'm gonna be like, how long have you been here in Nijisanji? I'm gonna be like 6 years. That is gonna be fucking wild. That's such a long time. Soon someone will call you Dai senpai. Oh my god. I don't think I am Dai senpai just because sometimes when it comes down to like senpai and kohais, I feel I see Nijisanji as a whole. So I feel I'm not a Dai senpai. I think I'm just a senpai. I feel if somebody calls me a Dai senpai, it feels like I'm just disrespecting like the actual Dai senpais from JP. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like I'm actually disrespecting like the actual Dai senpais. Were Ian Branch, you are now Dai senpai since Crisis? Oh my lord. Wait, how many years have Crisis been in here? Lost to my memory. Am I a Dai senpai from Crisis? Because those little shits don't treat us as Dai senpais. 2 years? Oh my god! It's been 2 years! What do you mean? Ah! It feels like they've been here only for like a year or something. 2 years is wild. Yo, how come time passes by so fast? Nobody notices it. That is wild. Guys, what if like I become like a 6-year like VTuber and then you get tired of me? What am I gonna do? Do I need to do roulettes every month so you don't get tired of me? Not the roulette. You're probably gonna play Final Fantasy. Shut the fuck up, I'm trying here. I'm gonna be playing Final Fantasy 18. No, 17, sorry. I'm sure you'll come up with something. Thank you. Honestly, that's one of like the most down-to-earth, realistic, but hilarious, but also kind of sweet reply. I'll come up with something, don't worry. I'm sure you'll come up with something, it's fine. Resident Evil 12. As long as you stay away from Kingdom Hearts. But I want to play Kingdom Hearts! Me and Rosimi were the ones that asked about Kingdom Hearts. What do you mean? I want to play Kingdom Hearts. If we had gotten perms, I would have played it a long time ago. Before I found VTubers, I've always stuck with the same content creators for more than 10 years. Don't worry. Okay. It's alright. I'll work hard so it doesn't get too monotonous. Too. Because I like playing video games. I'm sorry. Besides, I still haven't done things that I want to do. If Reimu gets into Kingdom Hearts, we're never getting her back. Guess you'll have to do a karaoke, Reimu. I don't know. Maybe do one of those things that you haven't done in a while, or you're like low-key never do. What about a karaoke, Reimu? Remember, you're supposed to sing. I'm sorry, Phantoms. It's been a year since the last karaoke. Hey, don't be ungrateful. I haven't been doing karaoke's because I have been doing live singing. Which one do you want, bitches? I'm still too unprofessional. I'm still not professional enough to be able to balance both. It's okay, I have your bods. Okay. That's fair. Yeah. I feel it's cooler that I give you live singing instead of karaoke's, but I do understand why you want karaoke's. Karaoke's are a special thing here. Yeah, you were thinking about karaoke's and I was thinking like... I was thinking bigger. I was like, I want to have a live concert for like my birthday, but that takes so much like planning. And I gotta go to Japan for that, and it's already March, and my birthday is November. I know you're gonna be like, does it take that long? It does. It does. If you want to plan like a live concert for your birthday, you low-key have to plan it with like maybe like a year. You have to like plan it maybe like at the start of the year. So low-key, I think I'm already too late to plan a live concert for my birthday. But every year I always like keep on reminding myself that I do want to do a live concert for my birthday. Maybe next year. Yeah, I want to do that, and I want to do the other Ethyria thing. But the thing is, I actually want to do an Ethyria concert this year. I was planning it again for like our anniversary. I was planning it like a little bit before New Year. But then when we saw like our schedules, because we already knew our schedules, it was like November, December, and we were already knew our schedules for like March. That's how much planning it takes for like Nijifes and stuff like that. We were like, we're gonna be so busy, and Enna was getting like so overwhelmed. She was getting, well, we were getting like the concerts at the end of the year, and then right after that she was getting her birthday, and she was like planning so much, but then she had already been like, she was supposed to be already like in Japan, preparing for like Dino Senpai's concert. And then Nijifes was coming up, and she was gonna be in Overture. It's already March. Febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre. We had like 7 to 6 months to like plan everything. But there's a couple more stuff left. So we were like, no. So maybe next year, I don't know. What do you think about birthday totsus or open VC? I mean, what do you think about them? I don't have an opinion about it. I think it's okay. Like, do you want me, like, with that question, you mean like you want me to do one? I'm too socially anxious for that. My worst nightmare is tagging everybody in the server, saying like I'm in VC and nobody coming. Is that one nightmare where you like pee yourself in front of everybody? So that's why I never do them. I'm too anxious for that shit. I gotta like plan it. Oh god, exactly. Like, how lame is it? And everybody knows. All of China knows now. Now all of China knows that nobody came to your VC. So to avoid that kind of situation, I plan my totsus. Now all of China knows nobody went to your birthday open VC. So I like planning my birthdays, honestly. It makes me feel less anxious. I like planning stuff. Man. Oni, thank you so much for the one gifted. Ash, happy 13 months. Ineki-san, thank you so much for the super. You're very organizing. It looks like I don't have anything done, but I consider myself... Well, the thing is, I think there's a lot of people that could relate. You know how you organize everything, but also you procrastinate a lot? It's like the two opposites, but somehow they mix together in one person. You plan everything. Your agenda has everything planned. Like you have alarms for your lunch, for your meals. You have like 2 weeks, in my case, like 2 weeks of your schedules planned already. But you also procrastinate as fuck. I think that's a lot of people. It is me. I'll wait another 30 minutes before doing that. Yeah! Mr. Amber, thank you so much for this. Super Syntax Error, thank you so much. It was ghastly without you around to keep our spirits high. Truly, we're ghosts of our normal selves. But you're back, drop dead beautiful as usual. Thank you. Not the tongue click of confirmation. It's just I disappoint myself sometimes. I'm like, all of that planning and for what, Endou? Like, you put on your agenda you had to record this 2 days ago. What are you doing? What were you doing? Playing The Sims 4. That's why you were doing, fucking clown. Like, I swear. When is it like happening? It's probably gonna happen like next week. I'm gonna wait an entire week to like gather everybody's options, and I'm gonna do an entire week of asking for perms. And next week, well, next week I'm gonna do the member stream with the picking the games for next week. So like next week. Any same stories? Oh my god, thank you for reminding me. Jesus. So I was super busy at Nijifes. I actually did not play a single time. Chat, it was work, going back to the hotel, relaxing, falling asleep, waking up really early, going to work, go back to the hotel, eat, relax, fall asleep. I did not use my laptop. Honestly, I brought everything to like stream, and then they told us like, it's fine, you don't have to stream right now, you're really busy with Nijifes. So that's why nobody actually streamed. I brought everything to stream and then I actually did not. I didn't even use my laptop. That's how busy I was. I didn't even take it out of my backpack. Chat. I took all my streaming equipment on like an international flight for nothing, just to like chill in Japan. Not even in the plane. No, nothing at all. So I did not play The Sims 4 for like 2 weeks, a week and a half. And I played it so much yesterday when I was like trying not to fall asleep recently, trying to, you know, fix my sleeping schedule. Oh my lord. Right now, I'm having a really difficult gameplay just because it's the first time ever that I'm playing off the grid. So my main sim, my descendant, it's fucking hell. She's a vampire. I always go back to vampires. Vampires are so fucking annoying because they die so easily. So now my main sim is again a vampire. And when I moved her out and I clicked a random, I randomized everything, as you might know. The building that I'm playing at is like one of that. Well, if you have the Echo lifestyle pack from The Sims, you get a new map. And the new map has like the upper part of the map is like really green, and the down part of the map is like really contaminated and polluted and just like gross. Well, I'm living in that part of the map. For the first time ever. I've actually never experienced that part of the map. So I moved into one of the houses and then I noticed that it had like an off-grid. Off-grid means there's no water, there's no electricity. There's no electricity! So I have to buy a bunch, but it's fine because I'm rich. after like more than 20 generations of gathering money. What's that Korean word for like you know, the people that are from really rich families, from like first and second generation? They have a name for that. Second generation something. What's the name of it again? It's a dystopian place. Loki? You're not connected to big city, I see. Like, how do you pronounce that? But yeah, I think it's that word. Is that one word? So my girl is like a 22 generation that one Korean word. The thing is, so I had to put a bunch of like solar panels to gather power when it's sunny. But like I live in the polluted part of the town, so most of the days are like covered by clouds because there's a pollution cloud. It's not because it's like the normal climate, it's because we live in the polluted part of the town, so it's mostly cloudy all the time. So I don't get that much power. And then I had to put a fucking water heater because my girl married another woman. Recently, there's been a lot of homosexuals in my generation. I haven't seen a hetero marriage in a while. I also randomize their crushes, by the way. I just go with like the ones that have like a bigger, like how do I call it? Like they click more, the more they click. And the recent generations have been clicking a lot with people of the same gender. There hasn't been a hetero in a while. in my family. So she married this girl. By the way, I've been playing The Sims 4 for such a long time and I've never had an actual proper wedding ceremony because I'm too impatient. I always make them marry at the spot, like the random like exchanging of rings in the lot and then just moved. But this time I was like, you know what? I'm tired of living off the grid. I want to go to a lot with water and energy, so I'm gonna have an actual ceremony. So I planned a ceremony. It was my first time ever doing it. It was great. I know, I literally am the kind of person that makes my Sims marry at the Walmart parking lot. I am. They just survived. No, they did. The wedding went great. I received a golden medal for that. The thing is, after they came back, they spent like 2-3 days together, and because my lot is off the grid, sometimes there's water. Sometimes there's water in my bathtub. So you know how the play style that I do, the kind of challenge that I do, is I only actively manage the actions of my main descendant sim. If the other person doesn't need my help to like get like a promotion at a job or something, I let the game control them automatically. So she was taking a bath, and because it's off the grid, it's cold water. She died frozen. Chat, like it even gave me the camera, how you know how somebody's about to die, so the camera kind of like zooms to the other person like she's about to die frozen. But because I'm an actual gamer, I did not attempt to interrupt that. I was like, surely the PC knows that if the sim is about to die, she's gonna take her out of the bathtub, so it stops the death. So the PC killed my newlywed sim. Well, not my main one, but her wife. And that's how I discovered that she was an alien. It was such a lost chance. It's like no matter what I do, I always go back to the first family, the failed family that I ended up like the burnt vampire family that ended up getting like fully eradicated because of the sun. I ended up having a vampire marrying with another alien again, and I only found out because when she died, she gave me the alien tomb, and I was like, no, she was an alien. So she got married, and then her wife died like 2.5 days later. And that was the one fucked up thing that happened. I have 3 more. I have 2 more. The other thing is that before she got married to this girl, I had a really like high like what's the word that I'm trying to look when you click with someone romantically? There's a word for that. Wait, that's how the Ron died? No, because that was the wife, not my descendant. So the Ron is still pretty much alive. It's very much alive. Chemistry, yeah, they had really high chemistry with this one dude. I think his name is actually Paya or something. If you play The Sims 4, you'll recognize. Oh, give me a second, right, Papa? All right. Guess what I got for lunch? I got Reimu special lunch meal. It's lentils and popcorn again. I saw the little bento box and my dad was like, guess what? He started laughing before I even replied. So I was like, oh, is it lentils and popcorn? He was like, you know your mom. Oh my god, anyways, guys, listen. So before she married like the alien lesbian. Such a weird way to say it out loud. She had high chemistry with this one guy. Paya, I think his name is. And if you have played The Sims 4, you know that Paya is one of like the immortal Sims. It's like one of those immortal Sims like Father Christmas, which is like Santa Claus. Or who's the other immortal guy? Well, he's the one that came with like the rental pack. He's like just a rental dude. He's like a landlord that never dies. It's like an immortal landlord. It doesn't matter which apartment for rent you take, he's gonna be your like automatic NPC landlord. So he's like one of those characters that will never die. And if you like make them come into your household, the game will generate another like immortal NPC landlord. That's what happens when I play with like Father Christmas. When my sim married Father Christmas and they had like 20 children or something. When it was time for Christmas, for another Father Christmas to come, it was another randomly generated one that came to my house because my Father Christmas was not the game's Father Christmas. They had to generate another one to like actually do that job. So she had really high chemistry with the immortal landlord. But the thing is, he's, you know, there's a difference between Father Christmas and him. He, for some reason, you can flirt with him and have like a full bar, like romantic bar with him, but for some reason you can never have a steady relationship with him. He's unmarriable. Like, you cannot date him, you cannot become like his girlfriend, you cannot propose to him, and you will never be able to marry him. Yeah, so I was like, well, this kind of sucks. So my girlie I still needed her to have children, and I was not sure the next time she was gonna like have a romantic relationship with somebody else, so she ended up like getting pregnant. I was like, it's fine. You don't have to be married to have a family. I mean, me personally, I would never do this shit. But I was like, let's be open-minded. You know what I mean? So she ended up getting pregnant. And that's when she met the alien girl. She actually got married pregnant. So the wife died. And then she gave birth. And then she's now a single mother. She had twins. And she's had 2 more with the same landlord. So in total, I have 4 children. Girl was clear for the free rent. No, because we own the house. And because it's off the grid, I don't have to pay anything because I don't have any services. So yippee. That's wild. Yeah, the thing is, here's the thing. here's the crazy. That's not the crazy thing. I'm going to show you the crazy thing now. I forgot, and it was just when I opened the family tree of the babies that I saw. Oh my god, this guy was the same guy that got one of like the first generation of this family sim pregnant. I was like, wait a second, did this guy just have babies with like a descendant of his? And I was like, there's like more than 20 generations. There has to be like at least like a 10 generational gap or something. It's only like 5 generations. It's not that much. Yeah, he's one of the ancestors. Well, not one from the main family. He married into the family. But we have another. Remember with my vampire family how the same thing happened? How this like the vampire that comes with the vampire pack in the game, which is, I forgot his name, but the one that has like an emo cut. He married into my family, and then a couple of generations he had the same thing. He married again to like another one of his descendants and had children. The same thing fucking happened in here. But that's not the crazy part. Another crazy part is with this girl's like mom. So let's take one generation step back. So I think it's a normal girl, and then she actually married, like, it's getting so complicated, guys. Cause like the mother, the one from one generation ago, married like another vampire. That's why my Sims went back to like being vampire, like humans, like 50-50. And then when I opened I did a list. Complicated period drama. We opened up the freaking family tree. I noticed that she was one of the daughters, not the chosen one, but one of the daughters, one of the sisters of the chosen one, of like, this is so complicated. How do I explain it? It's of like the vampire family of my past vampire family, but it was already at a generation when my vampire family got mixed with my new family. Remember that one time? Like a couple of generations ago when I accidentally married like the OG generation, the OG person of my vampire family, the vampire that married the alien, where it started all. And then my family, both of those families got mixed. And they start procreating. When one of those generations below, that vampire was born, and then a couple of generations more, my human was born, and those two married. I was like, what in the fucking... Because there's so many things I managed. So many of my generations have so many babies at the same time. I never managed them, so I just forget about them. My family has been alive more than 20 generations. Please understand, I don't remember every single sim of my generation, especially because when there's so many generations, the family tree cuts. Like I can no longer see like the first half of my family tree because it's been so long that I don't see it anymore. It disappears when it gets so big. So she was part of the generation that is cut off my family tree. And the only way that I can see that part of the generation is because she married to my current sim. So when I click her, I can see the part of like my lost family tree. And I was like, oh my fucking god, she's like an ancestor, but like a mix of those two families. What in the fucking hell is going on? And then they just had normal babies, and then the girl that comes after does the same fucking thing. It's wild, but she ends up having babies with like an even older ancestor, because like the landlord came like so many generations before the vampires like mixed with my current family. I was like, what in the fucking hell is happening? That's what's been happening with my family, guys. They're like a massive lineup. You know what? I regret. I regret not taking screenshots to like have a full family tree. Because I thought The Sims 4 was gonna show the entire family tree, but at some point when there's so many generations, they kind of like cut it off and never appears again. I wish I had that just so we could see like the actual full family tree, but I don't anymore. I have like 50% of it. Reimu is no longer allowed to be matriarch of any family dynasty now. I didn't know. I lost the registers. It's wild though. Crusaders Kings lets you do that. It's wild because I thought that somebody would become an ancestor or a descendant after like more than 10 generations, but it doesn't take that long in The Sims. It's only like 5 generations. After like great-great-granddaughter. After the great-great-granddaughter, they start calling them descendants. And I think after they're called descendants, that's when you can start mixing the family again. Which is kind of wild. You know what I mean? What if somebody ends up making like a Sims, like a vampire family tree, which means nobody will die, everybody will be immortal? And they do that. They do a full circle of like keeping the blood pure. Oh my god, like in Vampire Night. Like they will never marry or have children outside of the family. They're just gonna wait for like the descendant. That's kind of wild, isn't it? 5 generations is a long time. Is it? How many years is 1 generation? Like 100? I think it's too much. I don't think human beings live up to 100. But if we round it up, is it 100? So like 500 years? Oh my god, that's a lot. You know what? That's actually a lot. 30 years. So, oh my god. I cannot believe my girl married a guy that's been alive for more than 500 years. He's been alive probably for like 1,200 or something. Cause he was part of the first ones. Well, not first ones, but maybe like 2/6 of the whole family, something like that. Like 1/3 maybe. I mean, 2/6 is fine. Guy probably put in both world wars. I think it's been even before the World War I. Let me Google. Considered. About, oh, you're right, about 20 to 25. 25 times 5. 125. It's not that much. I thought it was gonna be more. So my family members just have to wait 125 years to be able to marry and have kids to whichever like family member gets born, which is kind of wild. I cannot believe it's happened at least 3 times, hasn't it? It's one after the other right now, and then I think it also happened a while ago. Well, no, never mind. I don't think it happened in this family, but it did happen in my vampire one. In my vampire one, it only happened 1 time, I think, with the vampire NPC. But in this one, it has happened like twice in a row, and they're humans. I mean, at the 3rd generation, the blood connection becomes diluted. I feel that's too short. I feel 3 generations is too short to like. I understand like Vampire Night because Yuki and Kaname have like more than like 2,000, maybe like more than 5,000. Probably like 4,000. I don't know, 4,000 years of like difference. So I'm like, fine, whatever. And also, he's not even like her actual like ancestor. So sorry, spoiler alert. But like in those cases, I'm like, fine. But for humans though, I feel 100 years is too little to like feel safe if they're gonna like mix genes and blood. I feel it's too little to like be in a safe space. I think I would only feel safe enough if there's like 10 generations of difference, no? In theory, genetic diversity is exponential depending on generational disconnect. So every generation, the chance of genetic defects half. My god. We can't relate when you are 444. Sorry, guys. People live for about 3 generations, so yeah. Do you know the hands? I know their chins. I cannot believe it's just wild to think that it's low-key safe after the 5th generation, because I feel that's still so little. That's only 100 years. The amount of diversity from 2 generations is massive. Don't say that. Cousins are gonna start thinking they can marry again. like the cousin of the cousin. We need to stop that shit. Like... We need to eradicate them. There goes my plans. Stop it! But low-key kind of grosses me out every time I think about my uncle that actually married his cousin, like his direct cousin, and like his son doesn't have any like birth defect, which is kind of wild because that's like from the same generation. So you would have thought that some kind of defect direct cousins. Yeah, I know, disgusting. But hey, I don't think that even like it's a different generation like saves his ass. That's fucking weird. I know. I still judge him and my whole family judges him till the very fucking end. I think he knows. He deserves to like know that we're judging him like every day of every second. Every second of every day, might be. That defect shows on the 3rd generation. So, wait. So like, my cousin. So like that couple's son. No, you know. When do we start counting? The 1st generation is my uncle or is my cousin? So like the baby. Only if your cousin marries his cousin. Oh, disgusting. No, he already had a baby with another girly. From like the other side of the world. So I guess the gene pool is pretty much different. From your cousin? So like my cousin's great grandson might have defects? You should be safe then. No, my side of the family is like good. Bless the Lord. My part of the family is safe. I mean, my mom married a gringo. I don't know how good that is, but... But hey, it's not the worst of the worst, you know what I mean? I guess it's worse things. Like... What's worse than a gringo? I don't know. The person that marries his cousin. Oh my lord. I'm gonna start eating. Oh my god, it's 2 PM already. Guys, thanks for keeping me awake. No, my dad's part of the family is also pretty normal. No. What's the difference? Bro, he's from Texas. He's not from fucking Alabama. Is there a difference? Oh my lord. I've been having fun, you know, leaving the problematic choices that my Sims do when it comes down to like marrying and having offsprings. It's the first time that I've been playing with off-grid. It's definitely being annoying because now my Sims can die easier if they randomly take a bath and I'm not in charge of controlling them at the moment. But it's been pretty okay. I finally learned how to heat my water with like a solar water heater. But it only works on like really sunny days, which is like once every year in my polluted city, but... Then you just hate it when you die when you take a shower. It's a pretty popular starting statue state due to the lead resistance being useful in the American. What? What are you talking about? Is that still in the Sims? Yeah. I cannot wait for my toddlers to become kids. My god, I fucking hate kids in The Sims. They're such a handful. Like, you can actually feel the distress of having kids in real life. It's been such a nightmare. I had like twins, and then when the twins were like infants, I had like a toddler. And then when I had like 2 toddlers, 1 infant and another newborn baby, and I was like, kill me. But now I have 2 kids, a toddler and 2 toddlers. I was like, please grow up faster. I'm so fucking tired. And she was a single mother. I think I wouldn't have been able to do it if she hadn't been a vampire, because vampires are way more resistant. They rarely need to like sleep or drink blood, so she can be awake like 23 hours out of 24. I'm trying to make a football team. It's only been 4 kids. I think the generation that has had the most amount of kids has been the girl that married to Santa Claus, because Santa Claus is immortal, and she was being such a queen and getting promotions at her job so fast. She's the one that received like 13 promotions. The limit that you could get at the career is 10, but she somehow received like 3 more promotions, so it was like 10 plus 3. She was a queen. She was like the best girly that I've ever had. She was like the best chosen one so far. She had like 20. I'm not even kidding. It was probably like 17 or 18 or something like that. Like, she saved the whole fucking family. Oh. You know, the good thing about mixing races in The Sims 4 is that, for example, when you married Santa Claus, the kids get like a trait that lets them live longer. They're normal like humans, but they live longer than a human. Like, they live like twice than a human. And then when you mix one of those like super old, super human with like a vampire or an alien, for example, an alien, the baby lives like 3 times longer. I noticed that when I was playing. I was like, why the fuck are they still alive? There's been like 3 generations and they were still like adults, and I was like, what the fuck? So I should have an alien wife. Yeah. But your kid has to be a human, but just like a 2/3 human, 1/3 alien. You know what I mean? What is Santa? I don't know. Immortal superhuman? I've actually never played werewolves. Yo! My gacha has never, in none of my 2 families have ever been able to have a werewolf in my family. That's kind of wild. It's always been vampires with the casual alien, but vampires and humans, especially vampires. I want to have a werewolf in my family. I know I'm not a furry and I hate furries, but new mission to find one, but they're so fucking annoying to flirt with because they're always angry. I remember there was one girl that had high chemistry with a werewolf, but they were like always in like a permanent state of like fury, which means like they're in like their full furry state. And they never wanted to visit because they were like, this uncontrollable fury, this anger, roar, too angry, bye. And they would never come to hang out. That is so hard to romance a furry in the game. Maybe they were in permanent hit. I waited for so long, and then I was like, you know what? We're not waiting anymore. Just flirt with another person. I kind of want to start streaming The Sims 4, but I feel it's too late for me to start streaming my shenanigans with this family. And I'm not ready to throw away this family to create another one with you guys. So I feel the only answer that we have is like to wait for the demise of this family. I don't know when that's gonna happen because my family has a lot of humans. And this game has shown me the thing that we all know about. We humans are cockroaches. We're like the race that lives longer through generations. The best. Out of like vampires, werewolves, and aliens, humans are like, it doesn't matter what happens, humans still continue to procreate and they never fucking stop. Because it's been more than 20 generations this family's still alive. So I don't know when that is ever going to like end, because they're still doing pretty goddamn good. Even with like vampires trying to mix in their bloodline. I demand to be the one who dies in the swimming pool. You cannot kill people in the swimming pool in The Sims 4 anymore. They became smarter. They can just like grab onto the edge of the swimming pool and then like pull themselves up. Sadly. How do I eat lentils with chopsticks? It's like so impossible. Why? They knew what we were doing to them and they changed it. Yeah, and now my vampire girl is having like babies with like the landlord, which is technically he's immortal, but he's still a human. So we again have like not a 50-50 because her mother was a human. We probably have like a 20% chance of having like vampires, so I think the majority are gonna end up becoming humans. She better be getting free rent. They actually don't charge. I'm actually getting paid for living there. Because since I generate like eco-friendly like power and water, because I gather water from like the air, and also have like water collectors, like dew collectors. I get paid for generating that kind of power, and then I end up getting the receipt for like the rent in like negative numbers because they're actually paying me for producing like eco-friendly stuff. So you're getting paid to bonk your landlord, pretty much. I'm not fully off the grid because actually it's kind of a funny thing because I got randomly assigned the role of like the job of gardener. So my chosen one is actually a gardener living in an off the grid lot. But the thing is, we only do the minimum to like get promotions. We actually don't have like a full-fledged farm. I wish I did. Cause like cottage living in The Sims 4 is actually pretty cute and nicely done in my opinion. No, we still buy our food in the supermarkets. We don't produce it. So should we start reading our landlords? Is it your ancestor? Boo. I'm sorry. I have 2 children and 2 toddlers. Please understand. I cannot run a farm as a single mother with 2 toddlers and 2 kids running around the house. She actually got 4 promotions so fast, and that's why she ended up having babies. I randomized the amount of babies she's gonna have for each promotion level. That's why it's so fun. But because she's been so busy with the babies, she hasn't had a promotion in a while. Like the 2 toddlers are soon gonna be kids, and she still hasn't gotten her 5th promotion. My god, I hate babies in The Sims 4. They're such a handful. The good thing though, speaking of child labor, the good thing though is because they're kids now, I make them clean the apartment when the mother is too busy taking care of the toddlers. I make them like wash the dishes and like clean the floors. You know? It actually helps so much. They're not useless anymore. I'm sounding like my mom. That's just chores. I still gotta cook them for them though. I got too used to only handling a vampire and they never eat
I only need to suck people's blood by force. Because it's faster than asking them for permission. I'm sorry. Every time I handle a vampire, they always end up having like a horrible reputation because I always take blood by force. I go the no consent path. I apologize. It's easier. Yum yum yum. Shakes my head. I apologize. Call the cops. No! Reimu's projecting. Not me going like, oh no! Not me, not a vampire randomly grabbing me by the waist and about to go like full feral, like, I'm gonna take your blood! And I'm gonna be like, oh no! Please don't do this! Yada! I don't want this! He's gonna be like, alright. Let's go. Time to search for another person. Nom nom. Our Skyrim vampires. Is it like Bloodborne ones? Is it more ugly or just as ugly? Why do we never have sexy ones? Somebody need to do a love in Deep Space, but like vampire mode or something. Oh my god, isn't that like Diabolic Lovers? Actually. I'm reading the Final Fantasy 7 vampire mod. There's a... What do you mean vampire? I want to see. Oh my god. There's so many like mini, like tiny second, millisecond screenshots of like Sephiroth and Cloud scene when they're like moving, and they captured the perfect millisecond of like when they look like they're about to kiss, and I'm like, oh my god, Sakura is canon. Let me go with that Final Fantasy mod. Vampire mod. The devil works hard, but Fushoshi's work harder. Loki. Well, I cannot find anything. What is this? Oh my god, isn't this from... Ew, no, this looks ugly. Why would you want to change a character to like My Hero Academia? No. The whole point is like have the original ones. I like this one mod. It's like Cloud with like a Kingdom Hearts attire. Why would I want freaking My Hero Academia when I can have naked Sephiroth? I think the answer is obvious. There's an entire CRPG and community structure around World of Darkness vampire clients. And he blessed the pool. Have you seen Young Sephiroth? Oh, no, I haven't. What? I want to see cute. Wait, Final Fantasy 7, Young. Well, you guys are seeing all of this. Young Sephiroth versus no, I can find it. Final Fantasy 7 Remake mod Young Sephiroth and Cloud Sephiroth outfit mod showcase. Let me see. Yeah, I haven't been getting into that part of Twitter. Does anybody have the video? I want to see Young Sephiroth. I wish they hadn't like gatekept him in like another game. Oh my god, they will never show Young Sephiroth. What is this? Close this. I follow all Sakura brain rot. Me too, but I haven't gotten those videos. I only get the millisecond screenshots of like when Sephira is like about to disappear, when he got like flies onto cloud and kind of like disappears in one of his like the Lulu episodes. And like the 1 millisecond before he disappears, like their faces are really close to each other, and everybody's like, "It's canon! They were about to kiss!" Because it Loki looks like it. I actually love it. Nom nom. I even see the Cloud and Tifa kissing scene, but Tifa was changed to Sephiroth. What? I need to see that. Not the fandom going like the heteros deserve nothing. So when is the Final Fantasy stream? Probably next week. I need one more day, which is tomorrow, to still sort out my sleeping schedule. I am like struggling right now. It's 2 p.m. and I am struggling because I haven't slept. It's gonna be 24 hours soon that I haven't slept. In like 3 hours is gonna be like officially 24 hours of no sleep. So I'm struggling. I passed like my sleeping time a long time ago, so my other option to like not fuck up my sleeping schedule, it's just like hanging there at least to like 6 p.m. 6 p.m. or 7. How many hours have you been awake? 2, 3, 4, 5. 20 hours? Man, now that you put it into like that sort of like perspective, it kind of like hits you. I was actually about to go to sleep when the stream was supposed to start, but you guys have kept me awake pretty good for like 3 hours. Thank you. That's bad. I know, but like I was supposed to go to sleep. I really tried at midnight at like 1, 2, 3 a.m. I really did try. I like turned off everything and I was in the dark just like looking at the ceiling. I even ate because I was like, if I eat, I'm gonna get sleepy. Nothing. If I take a warm like shower, I'm gonna get sleepy. Nothing. So I just like pushed through. I don't know. I'm gonna play The Sims after. I feel if I do anything after this, especially after eating lunch, I will die. So after I'm done with lunch, we're gonna stop streaming right there, and I'll try to keep myself awake with The Sims 4, because right now my file is like a single mother, bunch of babies off the grid, so it's pretty stressful. So maybe it's gonna keep me awake. Oh, God. I am dreading. I am dreading the post-lunch sleepy wave, because it's always that one that gets me. May I suggest caffeine? It never works for me. If anything, coffee makes me sleepy, but nothing makes me sleepy recently. So coffee, it's just coffee for me. It doesn't do anything. It's never done anything for me. No, yeah, that's exactly my point. That's exactly my plan. I plan to like stay awake until like 7 p.m. maybe. I don't think I'm gonna last until 8. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna try to go to sleep when the sun disappears. It might be at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. but coffee. And the other thing that I could do is like set like 10 alarms. Maybe I could have like an hour nap, like 1 hour nap, or maybe 2 maximum. But I really do need to like set at least like 10 to 15, because last time I did that and I set 3 alarms and I slept through them. Like, I slept heavy. I don't like energy drinks because they always give me tachycardia. And like, they actually do. I'm that one meme. No, actually, every time that I get energy drinks, the first and last time that I did that, I stayed sleepy and tired, but they gave me tachycardia. It was the worst experience ever, because I felt it's horrible to have like tachycardia and like the horrible that feeling on your chest, but like still feeling tired as fuck. It's so bad. Try to dissolve it in a shaker worth of water. Look for one. No! Too complicated. Just slap your face. It's healthier. Every time that you become sleepy, just slap your face. Never stop. Oh my god, yes. Or, you know, just put cold water on your face. You're right. 8-hour stream? Guys, I know you missed me, but like... I wish I liked Monster Hunter. I mean, it's not that I dislike it. I feel overwhelmed. There's that one game that everybody's playing it because they played it before. I feel all the people playing Monster Hunter right now have played it before. I've never played a single Monster Hunter before, ever. So I feel like intimidated. So I don't think I'm gonna touch it, even though everybody's playing it right now. That was your way Final Fantasy 7? No, because Final Fantasy 7 you play by yourself. Monster Hunter, everybody's playing with everybody. Everybody already made their like little group of friends, and everybody in their group of friends have played the game before. That's why they're playing it together. Because they low-key know what they're doing. So you're just standing there at the back in the classroom like... Boots Final Fantasy. Oh, do you notice how Puppy changes as well? He doesn't have his headphones anymore. Arigato. No, it's because it's a game that I actually do have on my list. And the hype is like right there. But at the same time, I feel I'm not gonna pick it up. Does it look bad if I stream Monster Hunter like by like alone? Aha, look at her. She doesn't have any friends. I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. You know what? I'm just gonna keep on playing Final Fantasy 7. You don't need friends to play Final Fantasy 7. That's sad. What the hell? It's not. I have the best time ever every time that I touch Final Fantasy 7. The game that keeps on giving. My only friend is Zach. Stop it. It will hurt. Oof, guys, it's hitting me. Ow. What were you guys doing when I was not streaming? Did all of you see Nijifes? Like, I know I recognize a couple of you that went like physically to Nijifes, but do you see the stream? The paid portion, not only the free portion. I was looking for a new job. Do you get it? Not yet. Oh, you haven't watched. I think you can still watch the VOD. Getting FOMO, but you didn't watch the stream? Only the free part. Oh. I'm going to the offer soon. Let's go. I watched the Ian free portion in the cute contest. My onigiri was part of the free portion, right? I actually have no clue. Can you watch my onigiri portion? You can. Yeah. If you haven't watched my Onigiri portion, watch it. I saw part of that, but it was like live at 4 AM. Oh, true. It was like I think it started like 11 AM JST, which is like 8 PM EST. Well, probably like 4 or 3 AM for Europe. You're right. I didn't know. Yeah, watch it. Watch it. For the encounter corner, I think the only way that you're gonna be able to see it is if somebody uploaded a video on Twitter. Because I don't think they showed that part in the live streams. And day 3 was just for Phantomos that came like in person. I'm so happy. Like, there were so many of you. And there's this one thought that I always had in my head of like, because you guys had like, well, what was it, like 30 seconds? It was so little. And a couple of you guys were like struggling to like tell me what you wanted to tell me because we were pretty nervous. But because you had so little time, I was also struggling to like decide where to jump in because I didn't want to interrupt you and like rob you of your time. So like sometimes it was like a weird timing. And I was like, should I? Because like a lot of my Phantomos were crying. I love you guys. I really do. I had to like reassure a couple of them because I didn't want them to like I knew they were gonna regret it because we have so little time and I didn't want them to like not being able to say what they were preparing to say before. So I could not handle that. You mean like meet and greets? I did have such an amazing moment because it's the first time that I meet my Phantomos at the other side of the world. I'm always in like American events. And as much as I love seeing you like Western Phantomos, we've had like at least 3 chances for the what is it? Eastern Phantomos. We've never had a single chance actually to do a meet and greet. So it was like fulfilling. I wanted to go to the meeting room but never got the chance. Yeah, because the tickets I think were done with like a roulette or something, like a gacha sort of thing. Are you ever gonna visit the old world? Well, if you want me to. Time to spam your anime event, but I met so many. I thought it was gonna be like based on like you know, the schedule. I really thought it was gonna be like at least 5, but it was like I don't know how many. I met like at least 20 or something. Probably more. It's probably more. I got so emotional, but because a lot of my Phantomos were crying already, I was like, I could not make them waste even more time, so I'm not gonna cry. There's only one person. There's only one person that can cry. It's not gonna be me. And a lot of my girls were so cute. It was a majority of girls this time. Usually when I go into like American events, it's like a mixture of both. Honestly, it's pretty balanced, but here in the east part of the world, I got a bunch. I did get a couple of boys, but most of them were girls and they were so sweet. They like took pictures of like their dresses before like the actual event so I could recognize them, and I did. I called out their names when I remember them because I recognized like their clothes, or I recognized like the way that they dressed at papes, or I recognized the little ita bags they had. I don't know how good of an idea it was to like call them out by their names, because I got a couple of my girly Phantomos and when I called out their names, they instantly started crying. And I was like, ah! No, 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 don't cry, baby. I was like, ah! But they were really sweet. They tried their best. I think most of them prepared what they wanted to say. Oh my god, I was reading a post of of another girly phantom. They were describing everything, and I oh my god, I got so teary at the end because they were describing how they were feeling before, but also when they mentioned that there was a phantom girl in front of them that was like literally like physically shaking with like the tiniest little note. She was holding the little note with both of her hands, like practicing what to say before, and like she was about to cry. Oh my god, that hit me so hard. I was like, oh, I think I love you guys. Because like for me, it's like those 30 seconds that I get of like you guys trying your best to like say something to me, but like I don't see all the preparation and all the anxious and all the nervousness and feelings like behind the curtain. So I'm like, oh man, I'm emotional now. I want to cry. I want to hug every single one of them. That one got me so hard. I think I read it at like 3 in the morning or something, and I actually got like teary. So thank you so much for those of you that put your name in the lottery, and thank you for coming to see me and doing your best to like talk to me. なんかね、エイムってさ、なんか朝の3時ってさ、あるのツイート見て、すごくなんか泣けるぐらいに感動しました。なんかね、レイムにとってはね、Meet and Greet の時にさ、その30、なんだっけ、How do I say seconds again in Japanese? I forget because I never use seconds. Let me see. I only know 30分. But how do you say that in seconds? あ、秒か。秒か？あ、30秒なんだ。なんかリムにとってさ、Meet and Greet の時に30秒だけの瞬間だね。でもそのツイートを読んだら、なんかやっぱりファントムのみんなの気持ちとかちゃんと見える。で、見ると感動します。なんかレイムと会う前に、なんか言いたい言葉をちゃんと書いて、何度も何度も読んで、何度も何度も練習して準備して、なんかそういう見たら私なんかみんなの愛をマジで感じてますよ。なんかこんな素敵な愛をもらってもいいかなって思っちゃうよなって。みんなちゃんと頑張ってて、そうたくさんの愛でたくさんの愛、こんな愛もらっていいのかなって。なんかみんなちゃんとどういう説明はいいの、なんかみんなの気持ちちゃんとレムに届いたんだけど、みんな幸せだったのかな。なんかやっぱり時間が短くて、ああ十分だったのかなって。やっぱり十分じゃないでしょ。短いよ、短すぎ。みんなともっともっと話したかったなってね。いろんな感情を感じてますよ。幸せなんだけど、たくさん愛をちゃんと感じてますけど、やっぱりみんなもっと会いたかったんで。30秒はマジで短すぎ。なんかニジフェスの場所に来たのに30秒しかもらえないって、なんか悔しいよ、レイムには。時間もっと欲しい。今まだ寝てないから多分なんかもっと感動するけどすいません。でも本当にそういうツイートを読んだ時にさ、少しだけそれだけ泣きましたね。ファントモ頑張ったファントモたちの姿をちゃんと
見えたからな。うっ、偉いねみんな。ありがとう。愛してくれてありがとう。Alright. I became too emotional. It is time. If I start crying, my eyes get puffy and then I get sleepy. It is time. I shall queen never cry. I shall end it here. Thank you so much for everything. I cannot wait to spend a 4th anniversary with you. That's kind of wild. So many Phantomos that were with me from the start came to the meet and greets, but so many new Phantomos came and like showed me their love and told me like, I've only been here recently, or like, I don't really comment that much, but I really love you. And it's always the same thing, like I don't know, I feel the same amount of love from people that are like, I recognize immediately, and other people are like, I probably, you don't know who I am because I never chat. But it's just the way that they talk of like, I saw this and that and I'm always supporting you and I'm like trying my best to study English. It's just the same freaking love. I feel so loved every time this kind of events happen. It's like a nice refresh, right? To be able to, you know, spend time a little bit more directly with you, even if it's not with everybody. It's nice to feel loved. Thank you guys for making me feel like that. I'm really lucky. Ash, thank you so much for the super. Georgie, Riley, thank you. Is why we need the play quarterly set for your anniversary merch. The bento box. You're right. Nervy, thank you. Casualty, thank you. Makapaka, thank you. Couldn't get your auto-visual ticket for Nijifes, but I left you a message in Spanish in one of the big writing boards of day 2. Also, you should look at the map with the stickers for people. I was looking at one, but then I didn't look at the other days, because apparently they change the maps every day. I saw one... I saw a bunch of America, and I saw one from Latin America. I don't remember which country, though. You do have a positive influence in everyone's life. Thank you, guys. That makes me sound like a grandma for a second. It makes me happy to hear that. You know, despite everything happening. This past few months, this past year. It's nice that Niji is still able to give you guys the happiness you deserve. So hearing that sort of like makes me feel like, oh, okay, so at least we're doing something right. You know what I mean? It's not wrong to still feel loved by people. I don't want anybody or anything to take that away from me. I never want to stop being grateful, so sometimes they did make me wonder like if it was okay for me to like still feel loved, but hey. Thank you for streaming. 久しぶりにイムの配信を見れて嬉しかった。ありがとう。なんかこんな時間まで見てくれてな。もうすぐ朝5時になりますからね。ありがとう、いつも。Thank you so much. なんかニジフェスモムをちょっと泣きますけどもう会いに来てくれた人本当にありがとうございます。なんか日本語じゃなくて英語も頑張ってるファン友たち、なんかレイもあんまり日本語の配信やらないけど、時々やるけどそんなにやらないけど、まだ見るのがマジでありがたいんですよ。こんなに愛されてるって幸せだよ。毎日感謝したいんですよね。Mirko, thank you. Kendra, thank you. Thank you so much. Audie, thank you. It's It's nice to be back home. Tomorrow...
My voice keeps trembling because I'm trying not to cry.
No stream tomorrow, but I will upload the schedule
tonight, I think. I will leave before I start crying. I think the moment that I finish the stream, I think I will let the waterfall activate. But all of these tears are happy. None of them are sad. I just want you to know that.
I love you guys so much. Take care. I'll see you on Monday? I'm not sure. Thank you for loving me. Bye-bye.